What is up, everybody? Collector Joey here. Glad to see you guys back here again. You guys know what time it is. It is copper drop time. I will say, though, that, you know what, this shows how much I love doing this because the Cowboys are currently playing right now, and I am here doing this with you guys. So, of course, I might or might not have the stream of the game over here chilling. But if I'm looking down occasionally, that's probably why. But I will be 99% over here. So, anyways, guys, let's get into it. And as you're coming in, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. Subscribe to everybody that's on here. Everybody's links are going to be down in the description as well. People on the replay, y'all are awesome as well. I know there's a lot of y'all that are on the replay. I know Shane gets on the replay as well. So, Shane, if you're like working out right now, keep going, you got it. But anyways, hit the like button with your elbow, bet you can't, or your nose, bet you can't too. But we're gonna get into it. So first I will have this guy, Mr. Reverse Zio. Hello.
Yo, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight?
Good. Well, the Cowboys are losing right now, so
I don't know if that's it's probably more of a good thing for me. I'm not gonna lie, being from Houston, I'm a little excited to see the Seahawks giving them at least a run for their money. You know, it makes the game interesting for us on the other side, because I know what it's like to be on the losing side. But glad to be back, man. It's been about 2 weeks now, I believe, and we got some really good stuff to talk about tonight, man. So I'm excited and looking forward to it.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
Fun. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun. Yeah, definitely.
So the next guy we have is the artist of the group, of course. We have Mr. Good Old Spotchka, Danny. Hello.
What's up? How you guys doing? I'm sorry that the Cowboys are losing, Joey. We'll hope that the copper drop energy kind of boosts it in their favor.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Like Carlos said, man, it's good to be back after 2 weeks. We do have a lot to talk about tonight. Some questionable releases recently from Hot Toys that we'll get into. Wanted to go ahead and show this off so I can go ahead and put it back up there, but picked up my first figure in a while, and it is the Toys Era Sigma Homelander. And holy crap, y'all, just wanted to shout out our guy Jake. I'll put his Instagram in the replay for the comments later if y'all want to check out his work, but he is phenomenal.
Looks good.
Guy hooked me up with a really solid deal with that one. And yeah, dude, eventually I will probably add the Toys Era Soldier Boy and other characters from the boys that Sosa said that they'd make. But yeah, man, that is a fantastic release from Toys Era. So if you guys are the boys fans and you are debating which Homelander to pick up, definitely go with the Toys Era one. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys once again for having me on.
Of course. Let me turn some music on. Let me
get that music bumping.
Get some beats going, baby.
I know, I got my one I always use. All right. I don't know if that's too loud or not.
Right. No twerking, Danny. No twerking.
So next guy we have is Mr. Instagram himself, Mr. 4K on Instagram, right here. What is up?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, baby.
Hey, Joey. Thank you for having me on. Fellas, as always, happy to be here chatting with my friends. You know, for me, it doesn't even feel like it's been 2 weeks, you know? I felt like it was just the other day we were on here, but I'm happy to be back.
For me, it feels like it's been forever since we've been on here.
I mean, 14 days is a long time without us talking about Hot Toys, bro.
It is, bro. It is.
Yeah, that's true too. Because it probably feels long because I went back to see like what we didn't talk about, and Ahsoka we didn't talk about, and it feels like that was announced a while ago, but that got announced right after the
stream, like literally 10 minutes after.
Yeah, so it was like, damn.
It was the Friday, wasn't it, or was it that same night?
I think it was the morning. Like
it was like 6 a.m. right? It was like when we woke up.
Yeah, it was early. Yeah, usually it is right after though. Usually it is.
Crazy.
But thank you for being here, Austin, as usual. He has a new mic too, guys. So look at that thing, looking
like awesome. A Joey sticker right here.
Yes, I love it. But we do have one more person, so we don't have a special guest tonight. I mean, I guess he is a special guest in his own way. But we do have an old face coming here. Look at this guy. What's up,
guys?
That dude.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me, Joey. Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on. It's good to see all you guys again. I miss you guys, man. I know I talk to you guys pretty regularly, but
that's true.
I'm glad. Really happy to be on with you guys tonight, and look forward to talking about Oh, jam-packed show.
Yeah, because we
Show
were
with the
on,
OG boys, man. I'm excited.
I know. We were on Wolfpack yesterday, and it was just, I love the Wolfpack. That was such a fun show.
Yeah, that was a really fun episode.
That was. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a very good first experience being on there. But anyways, guys, so since we don't have like a special guest, it was supposed to be Ricky. Shout out Ricky from Grown As Men Toys and the Fox Marvelous Shots, of course. Shout out to him. His son got sick, so we're gonna just improvise. But anyways, we don't have anybody to ask questions to, so we can get right into it. Which is going to be fun because we probably can talk about more and ramble a little bit more with you guys. But first, I do want to get into who is here. So we do have Mr. Jedi Night's Watch himself, Graham. What is up, saying? How about them Cowboys? No, nothing about them right now. They're down by 1 at halftime.
Go Jimmy Smith.
The movie canon is here too. We're gonna have the movie canon here pretty soon.
Dude.
Yeah, we're gonna have him here soon. Trust me, that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. He's saying hello, everybody, fellow collectors. We got an A-list panel like always. This is where the fun begins. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Daniel Brancato is in here as well. Hello. We have this is my friend Danny that always comes in. Usually it's Dan the Investor, but now he changed his name to Dynamite41. I believe that 41 is for Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk might come up later in this conversation as well. We'll see. We have my beautiful girlfriend Myra saying cop or drop the same night as Cowboys play. Hope everybody is having a good night. I know the Cowboys. Man, I wish I was watching. Well, I guess I technically am. TK Magic Shop is here as well. I sent him over a shirt, and I believe he sent me over something as well. I haven't got it yet, but I can't wait to see what goodies he sent over. Hopefully he likes the shirt. Christian Cooper is here as well. Awesome. Blurred Dad Life, another guy that we should have on here in the near future. Let's see. Go Oilers. Saying Zio. Let's see. Y'all talking to y'all selves. Yomo's in here. Where did I miss Yomo? Oh, there it is. There he is. Yomo, of course, with the emojis always for the copper drop. Wolfpack 2 sweet. I was able to do the 2 sweet yesterday. It was an honor. I did it a little early on accident. Like I was like real quick, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do it. But I think after it was okay to do it, so I'm glad. Eclectic Collector, hello. Glad to see you. Always here every freaking time we do this. Glad to see you. Now I got your name right. We got Collector 425. What is up? Just followed you on Instagram.
That's been my dude for a while now.
Yeah. I'm surprised that I usually follow everybody that follows me, but I hadn't. He had already followed me and I didn't notice, I guess, but got him now. Grown As Men Toys, yes. Sorry Ricky couldn't make it tonight though, guys, but he will be on. We'll reschedule that one. That one will happen. EC's is in here, right? EC's, that's how you say it.
EC's. Yeah. Hey,
okay.
baby.
Austin warming up the crowd. Let's see. Brick is in here as well. Glad to see you here, Brick. Let's see. Oh, TK Magic Shop. You do not have to do that. You are freaking awesome. He's saying for the boys, thank you so much for the $9.99 bomb. And you know what, guys? You guys really were so sweet and gave me a few donations for that 5K sub. And I never played this, so now TK, we can play it. Let me take this off real quick so we can have it full screen. Here we go. Let's see, and this is for you guys right now.
Not about money. It's about sending a message.
So I love that. I mean, we don't like Joker sometimes because, we see it too much in this hobby, but seeing that scene always just brings me back to my childhood.
I don't think we have enough 1/6 Jokers.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking. Losing teams. I'm in Chicago, and then we'll talk. I know, right? Chicago is I'm sorry about that. Hey, I think they won a Super Bowl before the Cowboys in the last 25 years, so Didn't they win the Super Bowl? They went at least, didn't they? I forgot. But anyways, let's see. Thank you so much, TK. TK is an awesome guy. Even though I'm slow on the emails, he is awesome.
He's a good dude.
It's awesome.
He's becoming like some guy now. Everywhere he is, just I see him every time I'm in the chats.
And Yomo.
They lost to the Colts. Oh, they lost to the Colts. Okay, well at least they went to the Super. At least they went to the freaking championship, freaking conference championship. Yeah, we need to do more Jokers. What are you talking about? I know, but we're actually going to get into that. I always forget to do this. I don't know why, but I didn't so yesterday while I was on the Wolfpack, my monitor literally died. Like I couldn't do anything else with it, but I have a new monitor now, so I'm just getting used to it. So we're gonna talk about this real quick first. No copper drop, of course, for this one, but just some thoughts. What you guys think if this looks better than Hot Toys? But you can't really tell because of the painting. It's not painted yet. But it looks like to me they're on the right track. This looks really good, especially how the cow goes or the neck piece goes all the way up like that. I really do like that. But if you guys have some thoughts on this one, I'd like to hear it. I haven't really heard much about this one.
I haven't seen. Oh, go ahead, Austin. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think the sculpt looks fine right now. I'll be really curious to know the paint apps on it.
Yeah.
I mean, InArt's nailed the paint app portion of all the figures so far, so I would think they once again they would nail this.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single Christian Bale figure in person.
Really?
So yeah, I haven't. No, man, it's crazy. Like every time I go to a comic book store, I've never seen a Batman in stock. They're always sold out. I should get the X19 next month, but dude, this one looks fantastic. I think that neck piece really does make that head sculpt pop out even more. I think because it goes up to that neck. Yeah. And the details on it look really good. I think honestly, if they knock out that paint job on this dude, I think that the sculpt looks incredible, man. It looks really good. So I think this will be a top-notch figure like this. Because like if you think about it, like between getting the Hot Toys one and this one, like what major differences could they do? But the sculpt looks really really good. It just depends on also. Are people going to display him with this head sculpt? Because most people usually have him with the cowl, right?
Yeah.
So that's
maybe
another.
Yeah, that's true. They'll probably have an empty cowl, maybe. So you can have him holding it.
To be honest with you, because the DX19 is a fantastic figure, but my main issue with that is like you guys were talking about with the neck connector, right? Like a lot of people commission. I think it's called OT Customs is the guy. And it's very very expensive, but you can get like customized head sculpts where it's the fixed neck. For me, I would want that to be the biggest improvement, but also articulation, right? DX19 is a great figure, but it doesn't pose for shit. Like you can't put his arms up, you can't put him in a fighting pose. His legs don't really move too much, and it's almost like one of those old school Spider-Man figures, right? Where you feel like you're gonna break the figure if you try to pose it. So, if they were gonna go this route, and they are, just give us better articulation, make it like a mesh fabric material underneath the suit. Because with the new Bane coming out, I feel like a lot of collectors are gonna want to put their new Christian Bale figures in a more dynamic pose than what we're used to, like the, Batman Begins kind of statue, just kind of Dark Knight look. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Man, this one, like you said, the details in this ZO2, that honeycomb in the neck looks amazing. Looks really good, and the way it pegs in. You see how it? I don't know if that's how it's gonna be, but if it pegs in like that, I think that would look pretty seamless.
It's almost like statue quality, right? Because like the statues peg in like that. So if it has that magnet too, it'll be just a nice addition too. I think you'll get that like premium feel when you place it in. You know what I mean?
It looks like there would be a magnet right there.
Yeah, so that'd be awesome.
I like the magnetic thing. I mean, the crazy thing is, So Toys did that with their Invincible figure, with the head sculpt and the neck, and it's fantastic. The articulation you can get from it, how well it stays, it's awesome.
I wonder how this articulation would be though. I would think you don't get any with this head sculpt because the neck thing.
Yeah, you can tell it's gonna be limited.
Yeah.
I mean, that could also just be like part of the 3D printing part, right? For them to hold it properly when they're painting it or I guess sculpting it or whatever, I don't know. They could always shave parts of that off, but it does look like it's rivets for it to slide into something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got Late Bloomer in here. Get your collector Joey merch, or you are not a real collector. Yeah, so he bought. I did like a T Public thing before where you could just go and buy a collector Joey shirt online, but I don't know how good the quality is of those. So I was like, you were the first person to ever, buy something from there. So I was like, you know what? Let me send you over the better one with the hang tag and the sticker too. So I sent him over that. He got that today, so I'm really glad he enjoyed it. He sent me some he didn't send me it, but he sent me some pictures. Yeah, so I like that. Thank you so much.
Me and Late Bloomer, we had a little challenge on Toy Quest channel last Friday.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, that was fun to do. So
yeah, didn't you say you won though?
I did win. Luckily, it was one of these things. We had 60 seconds to find like these random household items.
Yeah.
I got the dub, but luckily it wasn't trivia because Late Bloomer knows absolutely everything about everything. So I got lucky.
Especially Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that they got a touchdown. Let's just not talk about that right now.
Maybe. Let's go.
But for the you got TK saying, but for the Bills fan, 1969 Super Bowl is better than 4 times Super Bowl losses in a row. Yeah,
crazy.
I remember Cowboys used to beat them all the time. I don't remember but I was told because I'm not old enough. So guys, anything else about this, or y'all want to go to the next tease?
Move it on, baby.
Let's look at this next tease. I'm not too happy with. Let's see. Here we go, guys. So we got this yesterday during the Wolfpack, and we were able to do kind of a live reaction of how we felt about it, which is really cool. But the thing is that it is another Joker. Unfortunately, we got a purple coat. I was really hoping for a Nurse Joker. That would have been no thoughts about it or nothing. I would have got it unless it was like $800. No, but this one, I can tell already it looks either like a smile, or if it's not a smile, this is going to be a really goofy head sculpt because I don't like the statue version of this JND their Joker attempt. So we'll just see. I don't know why they said this was going to be a reveal when you're not revealing anything. You're just showing a tease. So I don't know, but just again, some thoughts if you guys want to say anything about it at all, like if you're bummed that it's this Joker or you wish it was a different one.
Look, can we first start off by saying how amazing was that teaser trailer they put out?
Oh yeah,
like it was movie quality.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
I was extremely impressed. I'll tell you this, I actually may be in the minority where I actually am excited. It's exciting. Doing a Joker. So this may be a hot take. I am excited. Here's the thing: regardless of what it was, me personally, I probably wouldn't buy one of their 6 scale figures. I would expect it to be quite a bit more than InArt.
Yeah.
Honestly, so for me, regardless of what it is, it's too rich for my blood. But the fact that Joker is their first figure, we get to directly compare.
Yeah.
3
Hot
figures.
Toys, InArt, and then JND first 6 scale figure. So for me, as a consumer in this hobby, right? Not necessarily a consumer of their particular products, but a consumer of 6 scale, and I'm invested in this hobby. I'm extremely excited to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
Especially, with what they're bringing out, like a full skeletal body with full seamless body where everything is
you showed me a video where it was like the silicone with the wrist, and the wrist would actually stay down.
Full silicone body, seamless, and it all bends and stays with no creases in the skin. It won't deteriorate or break.
The Al Pacino was bending backwards, right?
Yeah,
bending that Al Pacino.
I think I
thought
neck
I had rotation.
Yeah, dude,
that was crazy too. It looks like a natural movement of the skin.
Yeah, that was insane flexibility on that figure, man.
So I mean that's what I'm excited about. So once again, I may be in the minority, but I think this is gonna be so much fun.
like
to see the Joker come out, because then it's a
like
direct comparison.
the
It's gonna be fantastic.
posability and like realism of those, like when it comes to photography and being able to pose the figure in a certain movement and be able to, you know, get, if you can get those natural creases in the body, like when they oh my god, man, like
They've been able to do it in the
that's
in the
gonna be
larger scale.
insane.
But
They've
yesterday,
been able to do it in a larger scale, so I'll be curious to see how they're able to translate that into a smaller 6-scale
Yeah,
format.
that's gonna be, yeah.
Obviously, they seem confident enough.
like yesterday, Brick made a good point though. Like with the scars on Joker's face, if you turn him and that silicone is pulling down on the scars, that's gonna look a little, you know, questionable.
Wonk.
Yeah.
I think it depends on like where the tension comes from. Like, I would think like
It would
they
come from
probably
right here, though.
did. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if it's like down here, like, is that going to pull on his face? Like, how much pulling are you going to get on his face? You know, I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that they wouldn't overlook when it comes to like R&D for the figure. Like, they're not going to have it so you turn the head and it like changes the facial features. You know
Look,
what I mean? I don't
that
think it's
hasn't been
gonna
an issue on like their 3rd scale products,
Yeah.
or at least not a large enough issue where I've heard about it. You know,
Yeah. But and also the paint not sticking well to like silicone is what we said as well. Like you're taking the head on and off, on and off. It's not like a statue where you put it on there and you don't have to pose it again. You're gonna be like touching it and keep touching it. Oils to get on the silicone and everything. But you know, they've been working on it for so long. Maybe they worked out a way to you know not have that happen.
well, this also the really fun part of this too is regardless of what this character was or is going to be, no matter what, us as a consumer, as fans of this hobby, we win. Another introduction of a major player in this realm is fantastic for everybody, right? Competition, I've said this so many times, man. More competition breeds better quality and fairer market prices. It's once again, Hot Toys owns majority share. That's not going to change for an extremely long time. But what can change is possibly their approach to their products and how they put things out.
Yeah.
And obviously, the fan reception to InArt has been extremely good, to say the least, right? So I'll be very curious to see J&D come out, because InArt right now is the top of the game outside of customs, right? For mass-produced, InArt's top of the game. And with J&D, as of right now, it's pretty safe to say that they're going to be higher end than InArt, at least price point wise.
Yeah. So yesterday we gave a price. I believe Evil Sneaker gave it 800 and I gave it 750. I'd like to hear how much you guys think this is going to be, you know, before tax and shipping. If you guys want to give if you guys want to have like give a good price or anything, if you want, you don't have to.
I'd be curious to see what actually comes with this.
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
I would imagine that 8 to 900. Honestly, I was expecting. I think I put in the chat. I initially put in $1,000.
Oh, okay.
Initially, I think it's gonna be closer to $1,000 than.
Didn't somebody say though yesterday that they said it was gonna be under 1,000?
Yeah, J&D said like it's not gonna hit 1,000, but how much under is it gonna? How much under are they gonna go? You know what I mean?
875. 875.
That's when car dealerships are like under $25,000 and it's $24,999.
875.
Yeah, so like they're gonna. I think it'll be sub 1,000, but by how much? I don't think it's gonna be a ton under. You know what I mean?
875.
You know, they could have also said, instead of it's not going to be $1,000, they could have said it's going to be competitively priced. That would have been a better way to say it. That you know what I mean? When it comes to like InArt and Hot Toys, like they could have said something like that rather than, well, it's going to be sub $1,000, because that doesn't really give us a great definitive answer on what the price is going to be.
Because them not saying that kind of makes it feel like it's going to be up there a lot.
Well, I mean, look at their statues. Their statues are all on the higher end of the pay range, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be very safe to assume, especially since they're taking essentially the same technology.
Yeah.
It's gonna be higher end.
It'll be interesting how this revolutionizes people's collections and how they go forward. Because once you start seeing this, people start like, let's say it's a really good quality figure and it is expensive, people will go for it, right? And this being a very iconic character and, you know, clearly a a centerpiece in a lot of people's collections when they went the InArt way. This, you know, being from the materials that it gonna use could be quite interesting how it changes the game, right?
I'd be curious to know where the point of diminishing returns comes in, right? I always end up looking like that, you know, like the Hot Toys and InArt Pennywise, right? I stated for the quality I got for the price I paid for Pennywise, it doesn't make sense for me to upgrade it, right? At that point, I'll just be getting diminishing returns. Even though quality would increase, the price would increase way too much for me to justify the quality increase. So I'd be curious to see how people take to that. Obviously, there's going to be collectors who absolutely they're going to upgrade. If this does come out the way it's anticipated to.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I also wonder what this is going to do. I wonder how this will impact the Artisan Joker release, because you know that's their statement piece now, right? That's their statement piece. This is their response to them, and so you know I know that people already paid for it, but if they end up releasing something that's not quality, what's to say that somebody will pull the trigger on the next Artisan version and not wait for, you know, if like let's say InArt announces another figure and Hot Toys does it too, you know, like this is gonna really, you know, kind of like what we're dealing with now with Robert Pattinson's Batman, right? We're seeing that happen, and I'm guessing it's because of how InArt really pushed Hot Toys, and I wonder what that will do for that Artisan Joker, you know. Hopefully it pushes them to do more, and then we get more, you know, a better quality figure out of that because of this and because of InArt, and you know the you know they're feeling that pressure now, you know.
Yep.
They got to step it up.
And they're starting at
it's
the
amazing
same time, kind of.
Yeah, it's amazing because now I know like I'll get a better quality figure than if, you know, I'm sure like if InArt was doing a what's that Star Wars character that just came out, Cobb Vanth?
Cobb Vanth.
Like like if they would have announced that one, they would have probably delayed the release to update the sculpt or something, you know. But since they know they're not getting any competition on that figure, they're probably not going to go, you know, as extreme on those like we are with these new figures. So
yeah,
it's just interesting, you know.
Do any of you have like any negative sentiment about this, or
it's not negative. It's just I'm just tired of seeing the same thing being done. It is exciting, like you said, because now we get to see the differences in between quality between three companies. That's kind of that's exciting. But just seeing the same thing over and over and y'all know I'm the biggest Joker fan. I love this thing, or this character, but just seeing so many of the same, like it could literally be something different. It could have been the bank robber Joker. It could have been Nurse Joker. Nurse Joker was on the top of the list, and I would have been all for it.
I would have been over the moon for a bank robber Joker. I think that's one that's desperately needed for, I guess, a decent upgrade for like a tailored suit with a nice mask. Hell, give me a 2 or 3 pack with like the bank robber Joker goons or something.
And you wouldn't have to do much silicone because you would just need the face as silicone. You would just have the body as, you know, a regular body.
It's not hard. Exactly.
Even no, it wouldn't.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, on the bank robber Joker, he does not.
No, Nurse.
Oh, Nurse. Oh yeah, and you would have like he had like some hairy arms too. Whenever he had that on, so that would have been cool to see. What if they did Rooted or something like that? That would have been crazy.
I think like it's nice to think about them doing something else, but like if you're gonna step into the like. You're basically, I guess, like stepping into the big leagues, so to speak, with the like you need to show that you're confident and put out a product that that these two companies have already made and show like, okay, like I can hang with the big dogs essentially. You know what I mean? How do you do that? You put out an iconic Joker figure that both those companies have done. Then you let the people kind of decide. And if this turns out like it's a really good figure, then people are gonna, you know, right then if they come out with their first figure and it's Joker and if it just competes with InArt and Hot Toys, people are going to trust that moving forward their other figures are going to be good. You know what I mean? So it's a really smart business strategy. But if it fails, then that's a different story. But given their track record, this is kind of what I said about like Queen Studios with InArt. Like InArt's owned by Queen Studios. Queen Studios has a like really strong track record. They make amazing statues. So like you can have some confidence there when it comes to that. JND makes really nice statues. They're like, I'm sure they are confident in their product, and it sounds like they put a lot of R&D into these types of figures. I think they've said, I forget, they're like 6 or 8 figures they have on the docket for 2024 that they're at least going to talk about. So like, this is something they've been planning for a while, but I think like if they do a figure that nobody else has done, they're not going to be talked about as much in my mind. Like, it'd be nice. We all want figures that nobody else has done, but how do you get into the conversation? What are we doing right now? We're talking about them because they're doing a Joker. You know what I mean?
I agree. And the thing is, the build-up, the build-up's going to be talked about the entire time, the direct comparison. The release of it is going to be talked about. There's going to be YouTube videos of comparisons.
It's going to get everybody talking. It's going to get everybody talking.
The question comes up is how many more Jokers are going to come out if this is successful, right? Because then the more companies are going to be like, well, damn, everybody's dropping.
Stop.
Everybody.
Exactly.
Everybody.
This interpretation, Heath Ledger's Joker, I think we have another 10, 15 years of companies making figure after figure of, right? It's going to happen.
I think the
Gift
hard
and a
thing,
curse.
I think the hard thing is if another company comes out, right? Somebody else wants to throw their hat into it. The hard thing is we have Hot Toys, we have InArt, and we have J&D, all at 3 different price points, right? Another company coming in, they're going to have to steer towards one of those 3 price points, right?
Yeah.
And I just think of another company, it's just not going to hit the same.
Yeah.
It's good for the customer though, because now we have options. We have that like hey, you know, if I can you know, even though they're more expensive, like they're still quality, right? You know, they're gonna be quality, and you have different price points to choose from. That's also like really cool, because you know, like you said earlier about the Pennywise, like you know, you know, you're whatever you're getting for the money that you're spending, like you can be very you could be very satisfied, and that's like how I feel with the Hot Toys Batman. I feel like I'm satisfied with it, you know, so far from the pictures. I'd be satisfied with that one and not having to go the InArt route. And so that's just awesome, because now if somebody wants the InArt version, they can also get that one and they don't have to worry about the other one. It's just going to be great with more of them coming out.
It could be good and bad because like they set that bar now of price if it is really up there. And then Hot Toys is gonna, you know, raise theirs, and so is InArt, and it's just gonna go boop, 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 up there, you know, like until people just get priced out.
Are they licensed in the U.S.? Has that?
I forgot. No, they're not.
They're not. Okay, I was curious about that. That was gonna be that could have been a really big selling point for them versus InArt. I have a question for you guys. So like, InArt has done really well. Not just marketing, but communicating and interacting with the community. Is this something you guys would expect the same with JND, or you think they're going to be more hands off and just literally let the work talk for itself?
I think at first it's going to be them like revealing, like just them being confident in their product and releasing. This is what we have.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys would want, or would you prefer them to have more of a presence, interacting, talking?
I think it depends on how good the product is.
Yeah.
Like if they can show that they have a really good product and they don't really need a lot of feedback, then
let's say beforehand, let's say the build up to the release. Do you want J&D, a spokesperson or the owner or anybody, to put out videos or be in the comments or possibly do any kind of live streams like InArt has done in the past, or just lay low, let the work talk?
I mean, if we're talking communication,
drop this thing.
If we're talking communication, Joey said earlier how he wants a nurse Joker, right? Or I want a bank robber Joker.
Yeah.
If you're going to communicate what the fans are wanting or what the consumers are going to buy from you first, right? Yeah. Instead of, hey, here's what we're making. Now let's ask for some feedback. Well, ask what we want first, and then just do your magic, and then we'll buy it.
I think like it shows a lot of confidence in your product too. If like at least for the first release, just drop what you have and show what you are as a company, and then from there take feedback. You know, like this is their first 6-scale figure. Like let them like show us what you can do before you start, like, because they could like take in all this feedback and stuff, like that's going to prolong the process. Drop the first figure, and then like everybody loves feedback, that's great, but like I would say like it kind of can show you a lot about a company if you see what they can do first before they start like just getting all these thoughts from everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like in this case I kind of go like the opposite way on that, but it's always nice to have feedback too. But I think there's something to be said for like, this is the work we do. This is what we're doing for this figure. Like I said, it's a confidence thing for them. They're trying to get in the market. So I think in this case, like it doesn't really bother me too much? Would it be nice? Yeah, but I don't see them doing that.
To me, the only form of like communication that I prefer to get is when there's a delay, right? I think that's where I would really like. That's where I feel like I would appreciate it the most. Like not beforehand, like when they're working on that stuff, the product will come along the way, but it's the communication between like finally getting distribution. Like, hey, we're gonna be doing just giving some insight about how the company works, especially like in the beginning where people don't know you as much or how it may work, because I'm sure a lot of collectors don't collect their other skills. So getting that from them, like getting that like, hey, how that works, how it ships, like we will be doing these shipments, that's also like, to me, that's something that I found with Jazz Inc. that was really cool, because he was always telling you like, hey, this is going to release during this time, we expect this to be releasing during this time, and I think that's the feedback that I like to get. But I can also see why they don't do it, because I think there's always going to be a delay here and there, and like having that out there might also create a bad rep for them publicly, because they will have those constant posts. So I can see why some companies may defer from doing that. But every now and then, I think reaching out to the public about a figure that everybody's been waiting for, especially after a very long delay, would be very nice, because now like, hey, this company, they're not going to ghost me. Obviously they're not going to ghost you for the most part, because they're a large company, but it's just nice to get that back, besides getting an email from Sideshow that says your item has been delayed.
Yeah, and so. I don't think it would just be nice. I think it should actually just be mandatory. Really one of the only controllables that we have in almost any business, right? Not just like a 6-scale hobby, but in anything, it's communication. That's the one controllable that we all have 100% responsibility and access to do, is your response, the time and the efficiency of it.
Yeah, 100%. Joey, you're on mute.
Sorry, guys. Sophia's acting crazy right now. I have to go get her. I don't know.
Sophia can do no wrong.
She's over here barking. I don't know why.
She's barking at the game, man. It's just upset the Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboys scored, so and they just got an interception, so we're all good.
Joey was screaming. That's why he muted it.
Prices will climb. Unfortunately, that's what Jedi's Night Watch is saying. Trimble Dust is in here. Hello.
Put in a lot of comments. I'd be interested to read.
Yeah. SpongeBob SquareBalls, Classy Thomas. Hello. Yes, they joked. $9.99. Steve with a V. Hello. There's two Steves in here now. It's this burner. He's saying good evening, y'all. We got Renz in here as well. Glad to see you, Renz. Look at that beautiful profile picture. Amazing work from him. If you guys haven't checked him out, his work is amazing. He's saying good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday night. Yes, it's always an amazing Thursday night. Trimble Dust is saying $9.99.95. Getting close. TK's guessing $937.72 after tax. That guy Mark is in here as well. I wonder how long it'll be before they try to do movement for 1/3 scale statues. That's interesting.
Ooh,
yeah. Trimble Dust is saying, as this is targeted for the average 1/6 collector, I was saying 2,500 USD. We shall see. Sheesh, that would be expensive. We had Brandon Salad in here as well. Hello. Got to get you on here as well as a special guest. That would be amazing. Low Key Collector is in here as well. Glad to see you, Calvin. He was on a couple episodes ago, so I am glad to see. Yes, he's awesome. We had Jedi's Night Watch also saying TD Dallas. It was a great TD.
Delete that, please.
Everybody's saying hello to each other. From what I heard about JND, you may have communication at first, but as soon as criticisms come in, silence. That's a good way.
I think that's the thing, is like, once you break a promise, like broken promises are a problem. That's one big thing. Like once you mess up once, then it becomes like the expectation. Like it's just expectations when you voice those things, and then if you don't do it and you get that rep as a company, like that's when it can cause a lot of problems. And I feel like in this hobby too, like That's why Hot Toys has these huge ranges for releases, because as we know, they end up getting delays outside of those. And then like, you can't really say like the majority of stuff releases within a window. But the window is just really large, because that way they can kind of cover themselves and say, you know, this is what we said. This is a huge time period, 6 months. We said it's going to come out. So yeah.
That's kind of what Sideshow's doing. They have a long time window now, so you can't really cancel the figure and get your NRD back. The window used to be about 3 months. Now it's like getting up to like 4 somewhere.
And I think so. I think too, like they're kind of at the mercy of Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Like Hot Toys is telling them when it's coming out. So Sideshow has to put when, like, this is not a Sideshow problem. I feel like this is more of a Hot Toys problem.
Sideshow's a retailer.
100%.
Yeah. Sideshow is just a distributor for North America, right? So like this is not their problem. They got to do whatever. Like, and they would just lose money if they put short windows. You know what I mean? If they delayed everything, people would be getting their NRDs back all the time. So
Sneakers. So you brought up the batches and communication with that. You know, so I started thinking. I'm curious. Do you think J&D? Do you think all of the body and artwork with all these figures are done in house, or you think it's outsourced?
Essentially, I don't know.
So I'd be curious, because essentially made it seem like it's like a patented body that they've created and revolutionized. You would think that's in house, right? But it seems like a lot of.
I would think this is something that like it was probably developed in house. How they're going to outsource it to be created is like another story. I feel like.
Okay. I'd be like, so curious about that.
I think I'm sure they developed it, but I feel like they're probably going to have to, if they want to make it to a high scale, then they're going to have to probably find a way to mass produce it, unless they make it extremely limited, which I know they talked about it being limited, but that's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah. So, you know, with a lot of these companies, let's use third-party companies, right? A lot of these third-party companies, all the work's outsourced, right? And that's why you may have some varying degrees of differences in some releases, right? How, you know, they may absolutely nail the So Toys Gambit, but they may falter on one other one, right? You would think with it being the same company that the quality should be pretty consistent, and it should be, but that work's generally outsourced to different companies, right? And that's how they're able to, like you said, mass produce multiple figures at the same time. I'd be curious with J&D, how large of a scale it is, if they're keeping it in-house, or if it is going to be outsourced.
It would be like, I feel like the way, I don't know. I guess I just don't know how they do it, but I feel like with them saying like they've been working on it for so long, like this has been like, they're talking about this being like a revolutionary thing. And if you think about it, like this would be the first time, I guess, it's done on this level. That is the thing that would make me feel like this is like an in-house thing. How they're going to produce
very
it.
Strict NDAs.
Yeah. Very strict NDAs, and like how they're going to produce it, maybe a little bit more tight knit as far as like their people who are going to be creating the products and how they're going to do it. I would feel like the sculpting and like the paint work, like the paint applications and doing all that stuff, if a lot of that stuff is done by hand, that's in-house. But as far as like silicone bodies, like if they can figure out how to get those mass produced, I would think that would be something that they could have outsourced potentially. But if it's like your thing, maybe you don't want to, because we all know what happens once you outsource something. Prototypes get to other people, and then people start making knockoffs, right?
So
that's
we have that here in the US. We have companies that make Oreos, and in that same factory, they're making great value products, and then the labeling company gets that product and put the great value logo on there, and then gets distributed from like that. So we have a lot of companies here in the US that works exactly the same way. So
definitely.
Calvin saying, I have a Ledger Pop 3 1/6 1/4 1/3. Clearly, I love some Joker, but can they please move on to a new villain? World full of source materials need fresh perspective. Yes.
See, I see that, but I'm so curious. Regardless of what the figure was going to be, probably too rich for my blood. Regardless, so as a spectator, not essentially a consumer of this particular one, it's gonna be so much fun to see how this pans out.
I feel like we're not gonna see a Joker for a while after this one, though. I feel like we're not.
I think the next company who tries it is gonna falter.
There's no purple coat Jokers that are gonna be at least like they're the top three. I guess you would say like the companies, like nobody else is just gonna like. Well, nobody else is gonna want to make this figure. I feel like, why would you want to try and even do it at this point with three?
You're always gonna get every Joker released. Let's be honest.
Chris Rodriguez is in here. Hello. I mean, we'll see how it looks, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. Let's see. I saw this. It's telling Zio, let's take the collector Joey jet to Hong Kong, and we will have that talk with InArt.
How do you do that, Joey?
Flying tonight, bro.
TK saying everyone's collection looks so dope. Each one is different. Look good, guys. Thank you. Yeah,
appreciate it, TK.
They are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Joey, can I say one more thing just about kind of like we're talking about a lot about like price point, whether or not like stuff's getting priced out. I think one thing that like I really think about when it comes to like the pricing of all this stuff is like the all-in-one Batman for Hot Toys, where you get like you get the figure, you get like you basically get the DX version of the figure, and you get the bat signal all in one for essentially the price of a rooted InArt Joker.
Yep.
And then if you want the bat signal InArt, you're spending an additional amount of money, which is more expensive than the Hot Toys version to get that. So it's like there's a lot of people who are going to just buy it. Like if you want all of it, there's a lot of people who are not going to pay the extra, and they're going to say, look how much I'm getting at this value.
Yep. And
it's going to be good enough for them.
That's how I was with the Batman. Mm-hmm. That's why I went with Hot Toys. Yep. But even though I do have, I really want the rooted. I'm gonna have the cowl on most of the time, anyways. So
that's the other thing is like, are you gonna want to spend like if you're gonna spend the money on the rooted, like Battinson, you're gonna want to display it with the rooted head sculpt. You know what I mean? And then at that point, for me, that's like my conundrum because, like, that's why like I'm getting the Hot Toys version. I'll probably hunt down the rooted. Like I didn't pre-order it, but like I will probably like I want to get I want that rooted head sculpt. Like I want the InArt one for the rooted version. Yeah. But they're two different. Like to me, it's two different things. Like I want a rooted. Like I would never display the Hot Toys one with the sculpted hair. I just wouldn't do. This is not. I want the cowl on that one.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I want to display that one. InArt's kind of like you can do something completely different. Like with their rooted figure, which is really nice. It just gives, like Austin said, everybody wins because you have a lot of options. Even though I feel like we're getting to this, like the Batman and between Hot Toys and InArt is such like a big competition, but at the same time, there's different ways that you can use like the figures that they're making.
Yeah. So you can use that rooted InArt head sculpt and put it on like I guess his Halloween attire, if you will. His like these. You guys put a ball cap on him if you want to, with the hoodie, with the jacket, with the motorcycle.
You can do a lot with that rooted head sculpt, man.
The drifter suit,
the drifter suit.
But do you want to pay $500? Do you want to pay $500 to do?
I don't know. That drifter beginning is pretty dope, man.
Yeah. But like with the bat cycle, like I think Carlos, me and you talked about like with the bat cycle, you're talking about like doing something really cool with him on the bike with like holding a helmet with the rooted hair, cool. Dude. Like
that would be.
And then then like you have that, and then you just get a third party helmet. And you have him sitting on the like that would look.
And then you have a little fan next to him, and it's just blowing his hair.
Little USB-C powered.
It'd be really cool if you if you put it in a detox and somehow recreate that like really gritty Batcave look, where it has like that grid of like that metal railing he's riding on. Have like the bats from the Morbius and the I guess Warner Brothers 100 display from that Batman, and just put the bats all around the dude. That'd be sick.
Chris is asking, are we gonna get it? We don't know yet. I think we'll have to see it first. So
most likely no from me.
Yeah,
it depends on price.
Yeah, it depends on price.
You guys ready to get on to the next one now?
Let's go.
I don't think we've done enough talking of.
This one's fun. I don't know about you guys. This one's really fun.
Yeah,
it was.
This is worth the conversation It's worth the conversation. It's going to change. It's going to change things a little bit. I feel like somebody else stepping in again.
It's also going to be a precursor for months of conversations down the road. So get prepared for that.
So the next thing is going to be this guy right here, announced last night. This kind of I woke up and I was like, what am I looking at? Like, what this came out already. But no, I feel like this one, we do have that phase 1, don't we? This is like a phase 1 Rex. You could do both, can't you? You could do phase 2 and phase 1. Isn't that
It only comes with the phase 1 one.
Oh no, no.
Phase 2.
Okay,
cool.
But I have the Rex, and I feel like the blue on here is a little bit different. So, do y'all agree with that?
It actually looks. It kind of looks lighter. The
It
blue
does
on
look
my
like
Rex.
it.
It looks like it's matching
The
the
weathering
new
is the
Kenobi
weathering looks a
501st.
lot different on this one too.
Yeah. So
I shouldn't say
I'm
a lot, but it's different.
gonna go down the line, guys, and just ask y'all cop or drop. Also in the chats, we are going to be doing a poll, so you guys can vote along with us. Cop or drop. Zio, is this gonna be a cop for you?
Oh, dude, I don't even know, man. Like, this is like a 50-50 for me. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a drop. For now, it's not one that I need right now, so it's gonna be a drop for me. It's gonna be a quick, easy drop for me right now. Just not where I'm heading with the collection right now. So yeah, it looks crazy good.
All right, Mr. Daniel, what are you thinking?
I got a lot of thoughts on this one, man.
Okay, yeah.
I recall like a few months ago telling you guys, like, I really wanted a Hot Toys to make a Phase 1 Rex. I was like, if they made a Phase 1 Rex, I'd pick it up. And now I'm about to eat my words, right? Because I don't know, like, if I could pick it up for a solid price, I would.
Yeah.
The other side of me is feeling like, Captain Rex? Like, what about, Shin Hattie or Balin or, like, come on, man. Like,
those that have head sculpts, they probably take a little bit longer than this one.
I get it. And this is, like I said, this is good for people like me who really wanted a Phase 1 Rex to put with their Clone Wars display. And, like I said, if I can pick this up for cheap enough, sure. But, like, I was kind of disappointed with the amount of screen time he got in that flashback scene, right? I was like, come on, a little bit more. It's a Maribor said, come on. But, yeah, I think this blue is cool. I don't mind it. Y'all know I'm a fan of that Kenobi 501st look. So I think this will pair nicely with them. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, this is just a 2-second screen time, and we get it next to freaking Shin and them and Balin. We don't get nothing. That's crazy. But
I'm excited for that Balin, man.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna happen, I believe. Especially after seeing this. But Austin, is this something that you'd pick up? I know you have the first one, right?
Yeah, so I know this is probably gonna make some people happy. I am not the people though. This is a drop for me. I just can't warrant spending the money on this when there's a plethora of other figures that I do want right now. Also, it kind of just seems like a couple different interchangeable parts. Like, you can pick up that first Rex. You can probably snag him easy 140, 150 every day.
Yeah.
Once this gets released, you can probably snag that helmet and a couple of his parts, 20, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 75 bucks, depending on the batch size of this. But the thing is, with that first Rex, they're still trying to give that out,
Yeah.
That's been on discount the past year. So this is a drop for me. Happy that other people, this may scratch that itch that they've wanted for that Phase 1. But I'd also be curious to see what the batch size for this is, considering how the last one kind of turned out.
I see, and thank you, some guy saying, love Thursday's Copper Drop. Is the best show on YouTube. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I love it. Everybody has an amazing show on here. But I did see Loki Calvin saying, can someone please explain the difference between the phases on the helmets?
You want to do it, Steve? Or
we have a couple of
I think I know this.
experts.
I think I know this. Isn't this Phase 2 right here, and this is Phase 1?
Yeah, so like it's just an evolution of like the clone trooper armor essentially. So like you'll notice like the Jedi evolved too. So like that's another thing about this figure that I'll kind of talk about is like, so you have like how, remember in Clone Wars how like animation, if you guys have seen it, like Obi-Wan and Anakin both wore like their armor. There's like, I think I had seen something about how like the animation style, like there was something with the animation where like they had to change the armor or something. I forget exactly, but then they end up like changing out of their armor and going into robes, and then like things went to Phase 2. So Phase 1 and Phase 2 are just like the evolution of like the clone armor. That's really just all like what Phase 1 and Phase 2
like
are.
a Mark 1 and a Mark 2.
But also before we had the Clone Wars, we had Episode 2 and Episode 3. and Dave Filoni had a creative way to explain why the helmets look different from from the ending of episode 2 leading into episode 3, where they had the more like episode 2 they're more Mandalorian-esque looking, and then episode 3 they're more like, I want to say like just it had that like war battlefield look kind of to them. Yeah. What do you guys prefer? That's my question to you guys. You guys prefer phase 1 helmets or phase 2?
I think
Phase 1.
Phase 1. 2.
This one's 2 or 1.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
The one that has like the wider eyes and like that
Oh,
fin,
yeah.
the shark, like
Yeah,
the shark
this is
fin
one,
is
right?
phase 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I like 1 a lot.
Yeah. Classic.
I like, yeah.
Awesome.
It
You're
sounds
conflicted.
pick, dude.
that should be this or
Phase
that.
2 just kind of hits hard for me, man. That's clean.
Yeah. This is more like kind of like a stormtrooper. You can kind of see it coming through.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. And you have these.
Yeah, it's
little
like
bleeding
it's
things.
tough. The other thing is like, yeah, this release, well, for retailers, one, it really sucks because anybody's sitting on Captain Rex stock, and then you have to try to sell that when you got this one coming out. Another thing is like, so this one's $260. It's crazy how like the retail on the one with a head sculpt included is $255. Like that's crazy.
Oh, you
So
brought
it's
up a good point. I mean, we didn't discuss that. This isn't head sculpt.
yeah, it's like it doesn't even have a head sculpt. You're getting an interchangeable phase 1 and phase 2. It's more expensive than a figure that actually comes with a Captain Rex head sculpt. So like I can see why, like, yeah, if I was a retailer, I'd be kind of pissed off but I will say toy companies and action figure companies, whatever you want to say, have been doing this forever. This is what they do. They interchange and mix parts and they rebrand it. And this show is going to, it's going to go one of two ways. They're not going to make a lot from the flashback, or they're going to end up going like really hard on the flashback and give us just a bunch of like Death Watch Mandalorian, that would, or like a
Ariana Greenwald, Ahsoka.
Yeah, like they could do like an animated like that one. I don't know if they're gonna do like Ariana Greenblatt if like with her likeness, but I could see them doing something like what they did with the Clone Wars, where they made one with that outfit. Like, are they gonna redo Anakin? Are they gonna add in like these yeah, like the Maldalorians? That's what people call
Maldalorians.
like, that would be like a really cool figure. So like
that would be
crazy.
Awesome.
That would be a really cool one. But it's crazy that they're using this show to then like, why didn't they just do this when they had the Clone Wars anniversary? It's just such a weird. It's like such a weird thing.
Not to interrupt, Joey. You had Brian Wong.
I know. I saw that. I saw that. Mr. Brian gave me a little super sticker. I see. I wish I could see it.
So
what is up? The freak.
We have a celebrity in the house. Everybody.
Everybody.
Say hi to
everybody look good. Everybody look good.
Mr. Module Face himself.
I know.
Mr.
I think Brian gave me my first super chat ever, if I'm correct.
Nice.
I think he did a while back. I could be wrong, but I thank you for that, and I think
Does
Brian
that warrant a?
Brian, if you're still in here, Joey and I, we talked once. You definitely need to come on Copper Drop.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Does Mr. Wong get a Joker?
I'm gonna get all these customer support questions in the chats.
Yeah, hey Joey, or like Danny said, are you gonna play the Joker clip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
Joker
keep forgetting. Yeah,
oh,
so
baby.
When we get when we get the super chats, we do this.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
So I love that one. I think it's some other ones, but that one's like my favorite because I'm like totally biased to the Joker. But
it's about sending a message.
JND.
Oh,
JND.
yeah, even though JND, yeah, we know. But thank you so much, Brian, for being here. Also, crazy, we're talking about Captain Rex, and this guy comes in here, brother cousins, because how this whole YouTube started and everything. I won the Captain Rex from him on his 2K giveaway when he was at 2K.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Flashback, man.
I know, really flashback. And he invited me on. Yeah, he invited me on the show, and then that's when I was like, hey, I can, do something like that would be cool doing something like this, and boom, that's where it started.
Wait, can we talk about how such a kind gesture from him? Look at what it spawned. Not only has it spawned like essentially Collector Joey himself, but it's also allowed myself and all of y'all to be on this platform right now.
Yeah, it's like a
doing
treat.
Copper Drop because of Brother Cousin's giveaway.
Brother Cousin's like Loki, man. You branched the timeline and made all of us intertwined, bro.
Oh man.
Also,
He who
happy to
remains.
say I got to stream with him for a little bit last week.
I was watching that.
Wait,
I was like mind blown. I was like, y'all both in the same thing? What? Thanks guys. Got it. I'd go with number 2 personally. Like the modern look. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good one.
Phase 2 is a little sleeker.
Mark Attack is in here as well. Hey, stopping by to say hi. Insomnia's a bitch. yeah, it is.
It is.
Brother Cousin saying that's right.
He who remains.
Let's see. Evil Sneaker looks like Obi-Wan since he got the his
Dude,
hair.
I'm glad somebody else was thinking.
Wow,
it, too.
somebody
Yeah.
clip this amazing, incredible compliment to relate me and even consider me anywhere near the GOAT status. Wow, thank you.
Steve, so you know what that means, right? You need
Thank
to
you,
like
bro.
trim down the sideburns and just give like the
Thank you, bro.
goatee from episode 3 look, right?
Wow,
Yeah.
connect me to Obi-Wan. Wow,
Yes, sir.
what a legendary comment. Thank you so much.
He paid for that comment. He paid for that comment.
Brother Cousin said, "LOL, y'all are too kind." Yeah, so one day when you're not doing best of the best, we'll have you on here. Just let me know whenever you'd like to be. We'll have you as the special guest. That would be amazing. Jay, that'd be awesome. Saying yo, Classic Tom saying, "Yo, Brother Cousins, when am I gonna win something on your show?" But anyways, guys, I just wanted to get y'all's input. I had the I forgot I had this poll going on still. We have 15 votes. Let me end it real quick. So it is at, if it'll show me. So we got 80% drop and 20% cop. So yeah,
Captain
it looks like
deserves more respect.
This is
Yeah.
a hard.
Damn it.
This is a hard sell, man. Like
It
the
is.
figure's already out, and like Austin said, look at how many figures they've already. Like, are you gonna pick this up over Thrawn, Hera, Chopper, Ahsoka? You're probably just not when you can get this other one for.
Yeah.
A lot of people already have this other one. Like, this is a tough sell if it's gonna drop in the same window as all these other Ahsoka figures, and inevitably more Ahsoka figures that are probably going to get announced now that if they're branding this for this show, like they're probably going to go pretty deep into this line, to be honest. Like this scares me for the line because because this like is probably just going to keep going.
I think that like it would have been a better sell if this was waitlisted already. If the other one was waitlisted, like kind of
Yeah,
like
think about like all the
Yeah.
people just sitting on these like retailers who now are never going to get rid of their old ones. Like you're going to lose out. Another thing like that. This is the other thing is like so it's phase 1 Rex during the flashback with Anakin. I'm pretty sure in the show. So like I don't have a phase 1 Rex and I have this like Clone Wars Anakin in my case. And like that's like the conundrum I have with this because then I have like the Bark Speeders, but well, Oppo and the Heavy Weapons Clone are both phase 2. So it's like you have to like either intermingle, or if you want to be accurate, then you're talking about like you have to get some, phase, like you either revert your other 501st to phase 1, which those ones, the deluxe come with a phase 1 helmet. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Like they did deluxe 501st that came with a phase 1 helmet. Rex didn't come with one, and now they're doing a Rex with a phase 1 helmet. It's just a really
and
interesting.
Cooper Franklin, he mentioned that there is one. I don't know what it is coming down. The little
Hat tunic.
yeah. He said that, like right here. I don't know, but that looks like wiring to me, honestly. Yeah.
See, okay, here's one last thing I'll say about this.
Yeah.
I think this would have been a better sell for a different Star Wars character with also a name that starts with a C, Cal Kestis, right? We get this Captain Rex from like a 2-second flashback, but still no Cal Kestis.
There's got to be
Probably
something going on with the likeness for that figure.
That
man.
and I'm sure this was an easy mold for them to get too.
Yeah, it's yet another clone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
Another
so,
clone.
like this is
Easy
yeah,
mold.
it's-
It's a very, very easy release, right? They're already making. They're basically already making these.
yeah.
It's
so,
crazy.
They're like just pump it
Just
out.
piece it together
So
and put it in
I'd
the
be
box.
curious. So obviously, cash grab, right? Which is fair. Every company does this. Like Steve said, that this isn't anything new. I can't really fault them for this because honestly, it doesn't affect me negatively whatsoever, right?
There's gonna be people that want to pick it up.
Yeah. So yeah, this is going to satisfy some people. What would be needed with this Captain Rex for you to have an instant cop or a more favorable cop?
A 2-pack with Ahsoka.
Okay.
That's a really good question. Yeah.
Maybe a head sculpt will make it a little better, but we already got one, so it's
I'll do you one better.
In a pretty
A
good
base.
one.
Yeah.
A base of Geonosis
yeah.
that's an actual base in a diorama.
Well, they give us this updated sand base that they now have created for this figure. That's what they said. They said an all new sand
They
base.
just kept that out.
There it is right there.
That is literally what they said.
no,
I'm
no,
pretty
no,
sure.
no,
I'm pretty sure that's what it says in
Look at
like
that.
the description. Is we've
Really?
created an updated sand base for
Brother
this figure
Sneaker,
that I don't
see
think
that?
has footprints on
Yeah, it
it.
doesn't have
You know what's
footprints.
funny?
That bullshit
Shirts-
square face, bro. I'm
Revolutionary.
tired of it. Give me an actual diorama.
Revolutionary.
An actual diorama of Geonosis, please.
I
I'm sure
agree, I
it was
agree.
good, but that comes across so poorly. What if they
Yeah,
give
this
us
is
some
like-
notions with this?
Yeah,
Some
Or
Geonosis
hell,
would be cool.
battle droids that are sliced up on the ground or shot down on the ground. Something other than
Like what
just
comes with what comes with Obi-Wan, like the
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan that has like this like broken battle droid pieces. Like I put those by my bark speeders like on the ground by all the clones and stuff.
and this is going to be
Like,
morbid,
those
but
make for
even
really cool pieces.
like a wounded clone trooper on the ground, like maybe a helmet on the ground, something that
battle
like
damage, battle damage, a piece that's battle damaged, damaged
kind-
armor parts, like something cool to separate this other than
you know what's
just like,
funny?
okay, here you go, here's some phase 1 armor.
That still
exactly.
wouldn't be enough for me. I'd be like, I can just pick up those pieces.
Ren said a stretcher as an accessory.
That's
We got
too
a-
funny.
Actually, yes, that would be pretty cool. Because could you imagine 2 clone troopers like putting another clone trooper on that stretcher and then just having Anakin and Ahsoka talking, and that would actually hold a pretty good presence in the shelf. I don't know.
We
He's
also have
onto something
Beskar
there.
in the chat. educating
Yeah,
us.
yeah. I was
Oh,
I was gonna go down. So we got Feezy in here as well, saying, "What is up, y'all?" We met
What's up,
Feezy
man?
over there in
What up, Feezy?
San Antonio.
What's our dude?
yes. Let's see. What is Beskar getting into today? Okay, I see. Nothing bad yet. Let's see. He said, "Can easily pair Phase 1 Rex up with Phase 2 clones."
Yeah,
Okay.
he's talking about the transition period within
Yeah.
the Clone Wars from seasons 3 and 4. There's you can probably speak to it too, as far as like something with the animation, as far as like with the part of the change too. But yeah, there was like this like evolution there. But I agree with him. For me personally, pairing up a Phase 1 Rex with I don't mind like that's a really good point that he made about like when he gets his like when he actually gets his Phase 2 stuff, right? So I'm not too crazy about like intermixing stuff. It's really hard when you get into clones, because you go down a rabbit hole of like, if you want to be accurate, if you want to be really accurate, you have to get a lot of stuff to make multiple scenes. It's
Yeah.
tough.
But anyways, guys, you ready to go to the next one? You ready?
Oh, baby.
Yeah, this is a lot of Star Wars stuff we're going through now.
Steve
I
seems very happy
know.
tonight.
I know that we see this guy right here, man. Cobb Vanth. Now, Cobb Vanth Vanth Refrigeration. So that's the first thing I thought of when I heard his name. Cobb Vanth Refrigeration. This one is a figure that not everybody is. I guess they want it, but this head sculpt is a little questionable. So, I know you like that right there because of the spotchka, Danny. That one looks cool, but
man, doesn't save it.
I think
Man.
he looks better in. Let's see if I can find it. And like this, honestly, without it. But I'm gonna start from the bottom. I kind of already know, Sneaker, what you did, but we're gonna do Copper Drop. We'll put it in the chat. Tell us what you think, or what you would pick, and we'll just go from Sneaker up.
Yeah, I mean, this is a cop for me. I pre-ordered this figure. I'm just waiting to get it whenever that may show up and finally ship out to me. But yeah, I'm excited for this figure, man. I really like the character. I really like Timothy Oliphant as an actor. He's perfect for the role of the Marshal, right? This is exactly how I'm going to display it. He's not going to have I'm doing no armor, holding the bottle of Spotchka for my boy Spotchka. I love that look without the armor on.
Me too.
Like with this shirt. Like with the bandana, I really love the look. I think this is interesting. I'm excited to get this one in hand because I feel like this is the first figure that I've ever ordered and like that I'm going to get that has had like some controversy around the head sculpt. It's like the first one where I'm like, okay, I get to actually see for myself like in person what this one is going to look like. The majority of stuff that I've seen is it looks better in person compared to like some of these blogger photos, and the people that have it in hand are pretty happy with it.
Yeah, Jetta posted some pictures. It looked a little better. I thought it did.
I think it looks better. I think some of these pictures are definitely like kind of harsh, and then it's always easy to critique a photo, but like it's different when you have it.
Yeah, it is.
Have it in hand, right?
Yeah.
There's something about the mouth for me that is a little bit off. But
the
with
shadow.
There's something with like for some reason whenever they do like open mouth with the teeth, it's just like but then
Sometimes
different
it looks
angles.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
different angles of this figure too. If you really get the lighting right, different angles, you can make it look good. Like a lot of these angles look better. Or some of them look better than others, right? And that depends on lighting. That's why I say some of this is just really sharp, and like some of these, this blogger photo is just a weird choice. Yeah, it's a weird choice.
Yeah.
There's a weird choice, you know what I mean? So some of these like look good. With that being said, for some people it's going to be a tough sell on like, oh well, you have to like angle your figure a certain way to get it to look the way you want when you're spending this kind of money on a figure. Some, you know, the argument to that would be like, you can put like, you should be able to put this in whatever orientation or pose that you want from any angle. It should look like the person when you're spending this type of money, right? But for me, I think it's going to be just fine. I have a spot ready to go for him right next to Cad Bane, like right on my Mandalorian shelf, and kind of mixed Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett shelf. I'm super excited to get this figure, especially now. Like I just want to see for myself what all the fuss is about, right? I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think everything else about the figure is really cool. I love the base. Like, please, Hot Toys, give us more stuff like this base that has a simple rectangle base and then has a little mini dio piece with it. That just, it look like this just enhances so far up, like beyond that little square base that they always give. Thank you.
That's
Round of applause for that
the
one.
entrance to the cantina that him and Mando meet in, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
like right in the doorway.
Yep.
And it's also like it's it's modular, so you can shift the piece, like you can slide it forward and back on the base, like that piece that's sticking out. So like just simple stuff like this for bases. I'm really picky about bases. Majority of figures I don't use them. This one I'm using because it fits perfectly with the character and it's going to look really good on the shelf. So please, Hot Toys, keep doing these cool bases.
I think that was smart. That was smart, so you can make him in or out of the door. That's
everything else looks really good on this figure, man. I think it looks like it's really like, I know besides like the head sculpt, I feel like everything else looks really, really good. They capture the likeness of the character otherwise really, really well. I'll judge the head sculpt when I get it in person. From what I've seen, I think it looks fine. Maybe not their best work, but I think it's, people are entitled to their opinions. I don't want to like discount that. And like people saying that, like, to me, I feel like it might be a little bit overblown, but again, I'll know more when I get it in hand. And I'm sure some of you might think differently than me too, which is totally fine. I get it.
Of course. So I do have a poll, guys, if you guys want to vote with us with Copper Drop, but let's go to Austin. Austin, what are you thinking about this one? Is this Copper Drop for you?
Steve, you are very much entitled to your opinion.
Of course.
No one should ever be upset about anything. These are action figures, and if I like this or if Steve doesn't like it or vice versa, no one should ever be upset by that whatsoever. This is a drop for me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other main characters and leads, once again, that I still have to and need to acquire for the collection. I don't have to, but I definitely want to more than anything. So drop. You know what? I think they captured his build extremely well. And
they did.
Tailoring's great for me. I see Timothy in the sculpt. He just looked very aged in it.
Like someone said, the bad Santa. Like literally, Steve, please put a freaking 1/6 Santa hat on him. That would be
people were saying Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah. Like if you put a Santa hat on him.
Yeah, let's just hope it's better in hand for most people. But I have no skin in the game. I am not getting this unless it's discounted on the secondary market, and then maybe I'll think about it. But no, this is a job for me. Okay. There's so many other things right now that
he's gonna pop back up. He's gonna pop up in the future again too. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And then we'll pop up again in the future, and people are
then in our
like,
private chats, I'll be like, fuck, maybe I should have done this.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel pretty comfortable with a drop. There's just so many things out there right now
coming out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to go backwards on some things, which I'm definitely not complaining for. It's kind of fun waiting for a good deal on some things. Patience absolutely is king in this game, and I'm being absolutely patient. So,
okay. Mr. Danny, what are you thinking?
Man, oh man.
You buy some Star Wars stuff?
Oh yeah. And at the time, bro, like 6-7 months ago, this was one of my most anticipated figures for the release of this year, right? Because in the Star Wars universe, Mr. Spotchka, if I had to be a Star Wars character, I'd be the Marshal, right? I hope that, in my 50s, I look as good as Timothy Oliphant with that gray hair, man. But, I'm very disappointed with how the sculpt came out. I saw Jetta's photos, and I still was like, I don't see Timothy Oliphant in there. And then, while I think the tailoring and the actual build, Austin was saying, looks really good and does look like him, still I'd pick him up for maybe under 200, just because he is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Yeah. But as far as the head sculpt, man, it's really rough. But yeah, I'll never turn down another bottle of Spotchka. Respect to Steve for displaying his with his,
Fennec looks really good with the bottle of Spotchka too, man.
I'll say anybody with a bottle of Spotchka looks good. But
also, this figure is expensive. This figure's on new Ahsoka level price. You know what I mean? So this is not a cheap piece.
Yeah,
I think he's I want to say he's 300. I think he's 300.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I would not spend more than $200 for this
thing.
Insane. Yeah, and like I said, he's one of my favorite characters, but he's so B-level character that's he hasn't done enough yet, and he's gonna have an updated look. He's gonna have a cybernetic part in his stomach, just like Fennec does. I guess all these Spotchka drinkers have to have cybernetic stomachs. But yeah, man, at the moment, it's a drop.
All right. Zio, what about you?
Dude, okay, it's gonna be a drop for me, but I want to talk about one thing. So I know I was looking at the prototype pictures, and the prototype pictures, they didn't look spot on to the actor themselves, either. Really but point. I will say one thing. I am a little bit concerned because right now, Hot Toys has the potential to do some quality sculpts. We go back to Jamie Foxx's Electro, that sculpt was on point, right? And some of these releases that they have been doing are, they're a little bit off. Even the Kate Bishop was a little bit off from the original, I think, shown. And so, she looked good, though. Yeah, I think she looked a little bit different from the original, and it's just the only thing is I'm not asking for more. I'm just asking for consistency. You know what I mean? I'm not, you're already increasing the prices, whatnot. Nicer materials would be nice, but at least give me some consistency. I'm right now, I'm wondering how some of these releases that are going to come out, how good they're going to be actually coming out now. And, with competition coming around, now this is me questioning, should I wait for the figure to release before I buy it? Because now, I'm more concerned because now I'm seeing such great quality from other competitors that it kind of starts to question my pre-orders a little bit. I don't know how off they're going to be, and I know that they're normally off 20%. I don't know how much they're off from prototype.
I feel like 10%. they've been hitting bangers all the most recent releases though.
Exactly.
I feel
they haven't really been downgraded.
This is what I feel like Hot Toys. How Hot Toys is they're good. They do all these good head sculpts, and one goes downhill, and then it'll go up again, then down, then it'll go straight back up.
I said the same thing, Carlos. I was I'm concerned about some of these other figures. I have a bunch of pre-orders. The one that the first one that came to mind after when this point was brought up was Mace Windu. I'm people are already kind of iffy about his head sculpt. If that gets a downgrade, That's
Well,
gonna be a sad
tough.
one.
That's gonna be
You know what I
tough.
mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge hit, bro.
That'd
Yeah,
be
that's-
like, so that's kind of freaks me out a little bit, but
Be a little bit sad. No, but we just
We'll be
gotta,
okay.
you know, believe in the force, and the force will be with us, and then that'll be it. So, but yeah, no, drop for me.
Okay. All right.
I'm with the force. The force is with me.
I see a few people joined in here. We have Rachel in here. Hello, hello. It's Austin's girlfriend. How are you? How are you? Let's see. Six Scale Mafia's in here. What is up, my guy? I'm always in Mafia's chat. I'm there. He's always streaming while I'm at work, so I'm there. Glad to see you in here. Thank you so much for taking the time and watching us talk.
And thank
about
you
this
for
show.
inviting me on the stream
Yes.
last week, Mafia. That was a lot of fun.
I
Great
was
guy.
watching them. Awesome. Love his streams, man. And love his setup too. His Ghostbusters. I don't even watch Ghostbusters, but that Ghostbuster setup is fire. And especially he has like the I don't know, the Stranger Thing. I think he used to have the Stranger Things cast playing
In the arcade machine.
and then the carpet on the ground is like the old school carpet.
And he has some vending machines.
Yes. Oh
yeah,
man.
it's really dope.
Yeah, I like that one a lot, and that like it's cool that the arcades actually like work. That's pretty cool. We have Best Arcade saying, looking at mine right now, the sculpt is definitely better in person, but it's Hot Toys best. It's not Hot Toys best work. Glad they fixed the body to be more proportionate to Oliphant's. Yeah.
It's really well said. That's kind of how I feel
Yeah.
about it too. Like it's not their best work, but for me, it's like still exciting enough for me to pick it up.
Yeah. And TK's giving an update on the score. Ooh, this is a good game, guys. It's a good game. It's hard for me not to like
really good.
look.
Sports. Woo!
Yes. Woo, Austin.
Oh, home runs.
Home runs.
Home
Home
runs.
Yeah, bro, you're welcome for sure. Always fun. Yes, it is always fun in the Six Scale Mafia world. But we're gonna get to the next thing, guys. I know we have so much stuff to talk about, but we're gonna have our little halftime real quick. You guys know what the halftime is already around here. So we're gonna take this off real quick. Let me see. Remove this and let's see.
Everybody go pre-order Cobb Vanth or buy him if you haven't already.
All right, guys. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Let's go, baby.
Let's get it. All right, guys. So this week we do have our this or that, and this is viewers pick. So I'm the viewers out there are picking this one.
Nice.
Thank you, Austin, for this idea because this was an awesome one. So I
I'm
went to.
so excited. I didn't know you actually went through with my idea and actually followed up with it. So this is a really fun surprise.
Yes, so I was like, I got to do that. That was a really good idea, and I'm glad that I can get some people to pick. And oh man, sorry guys, I saw something on the game. But so we got this or that. Ren's Talented Tino. If you are in the chat, here is your this or that. I will have it in the. Did I end? No, I didn't end the poll for Cobb Vanth. Cobb Vanth was at 17 votes, I believe. Let me see. Sorry, guys, it's not showing it, but we'll get back to that here in a little bit. If y'all see it in the chats,
It's at
I can't
drop
see it.
66%,
Okay.
Cop 33% with a total of 21 votes.
Sheesh. Okay. Thank y'all for voting so much. I really appreciate that. So we do have Ren's pick. I don't know. Or LOL. What are you saying? Or for Ren's. So we have the gantry with the Mark IV or the new Mark VI battle damage. So I'm gonna put this in the chat so you guys can vote with us, this or that. So we're gonna start off with you, Zio. Which one are you gonna pick, this or that? I know this one was a tough one.
Damn, these are quarter scale, right?
Yeah, these are the quarter scale. Sorry, yeah, these are the quarter scale.
Oh damn. The gantry is such a great accessory, man.
It is.
If you have the real estate, like that's like, man, those two colors just pop, right? Like those are man.
These, baby.
Oh.
And
Chiefs, baby, Chiefs.
And battle damage on a 1/4 figure, that's crazy, and especially with that much detail.
That's what
they got it right too.
That's what I'm going with, the battle damage look. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that because the battle damage on these promo pictures that I saw, I was gonna message you about the quarter scales because I was so tempted by it. Like I don't want, oh my god, but it just not being the main Iron Man collector. I don't know if I want that to be like a main, statement piece for my collection because I'm more Team Cap, right? Like give me a quarter scale Cap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so I can't give into that right now, but I will go with that definitely 100%. That battle damage, and then just something about that freaking triangle arc reactor. It's just spicy
beautiful
for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's spicy. It gives me that damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll go with that.
All right. I think I'll do that too as well. I'm doing that.
Good job, Renz. Good job, Renz.
Yeah, Renz, this was a really good one. Let's see. We'll do Steve. What are you thinking?
That 100%. They got the battle damage on point with this one.
Yeah, it's a
like it looks
figure.
really good.
I thought that just a clean version looked good, but man, I can't imagine battle damage, this much battle damage in quarter scale.
It looks like they put some good like effort into the battle damage and like how they actually they did it like meaningfully. It looks like rather than just like putting stuff here and there.
And this comes with a head sculpt too. I don't know. I couldn't show that, but
for sure. The gantry's cool, but it's massive. I'm really hesitant about quarter scale, just in general. Because of like where you put it. If you ever want to get rid of it, it's a hard thing to ship.
Yeah.
You have to keep the boxes.
You have to keep the boxes, which are massive. The only one thing, I'm going off on tangent, there's a really cool, I think I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Hyperdrive Star Wars channel. There's like this Obi-Wan and Anakin. Yeah, the Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Joe, were we talking about this?
Yeah,
that was the statue we were looking at, right?
Yeah,
that thing is dope.
Yeah,
dude. That's like
man,
something like that would be something that like if I'm gonna get into like quarter scale, it would have to be like something to that level versus
that would be on your left side, Steve, on your stream right there. It would be on your left side
where the red is.
Yeah, where the red is at. Yeah, that's where
just a whole
it's huge.
I just want to
take about quarter of my basement.
I just want to say real quick. I was looking at the
piece.
chat and everybody was voting at the beginning, and it was just boop boop.
Oh, really?
Boop, boop. It was bouncing back and forth. It was so freaking fun to watch. So make sure y'all vote because it was
it's still pretty close.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Votes.
It was like they were like the levels were fluctuating. It was good to see.
The gantry is tough too because it's so massive. It just takes up so much space. I'd rather use the space to pose like a battle damage version of a figure and make it look like you can change it up and just like make it look really cool. But I'm like I said, really hesitant on a quarter scale. But I'll go that.
Okay. Wait.
I already went.
Austin. Oh wait, Austin, you picked already or no?
No, I haven't. This
Austin.
is pretty easy for me. I am going with this. Man, I could not pass up that gantry. That is astonishing, and you can pose it in so many different ways with this. The fun thing is, me and Rach, we're binging the MCU right now. It's her first time watching it all, and it's funny because I was just talking recently how there's quite a bit of figures I want to get rid of, and now I'm keeping most of those figures because we're rewatching the MCU, and I'm getting this like MCU high again. I'm like, man, phase 1, 2, and 3. This is what it was all about. I didn't collect figures at this point when watching all of it, and now I do collect. And there's so many things I want, and a gantry is. I've said it so many times that I'm not really like an Iron Man collector, but I think I'm gonna be.
I know it's so good too.
Austin, do you not have an Iron Man?
I do. I have the Mark 85 battle damage, and he is.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. I remember you.
Astonishing.
He is.
So there's quite a bit I want. Rachel actually has a running list of figures that she wants. There's a lot on there right now. There's like 15, and we just got to Infinity War. So
that's gonna stack up even higher.
15 before Infinity War.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's listing essentially characters, not essentially hot toys of the characters. So we'll have to kind of go through there.
Yeah.
But the fun thing is, that's kind of why. It's also kind of like permission to order and buy a lot of things, you know? So I'm very, very much for that. She loves the gantry. I love the gantry. This would be astonishing to have. So this.
Danny, what are you picking?
Just wanted to say, Austin, y'all gonna watch Infinity War, and that 15 is gonna boost to like 30 something easily.
Yeah.
She's gonna want the Black Order. She's gonna want Thanos. She's gonna want literally all the Wakanda characters that they make in 1/6, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. I personally, I don't know if I've told you guys this before. I think in retrospective now that Tony Stark's gone, he might return in Secret Wars. We shall see. But as it sits right now, I think the Mark 6 is probably my favorite armor. And the reason I say that is because I guess my earliest memories, yes, besides the first Iron Man, but having that like AC/DC like promo TV ads with the Mark 6 and the Mark 1 War Machine where their helmets close and they're just taking down all these hammer bots. Dude, it's nostalgia for me. If they made a quarter scale Mark 1 War Machine, I would have a hard time passing those two up. You know, just having those two with like the laser ones and having a back to back, dude, with like the machine gun rattling, God. Dude. Like the scene that I guess that's
the big gun needs to go up there.
That is top 3 MCU scenes for me. It's like a little clip where War Machine's taking down like the drones, and he just uses his machine gun to like to split them in half, dude, and all the oil goes on his mask. I was like, oh, dude, that's so cool. They don't have MCU moments like that anymore.
Using the ex-wife, you know,
using the ex-wife hammer tech, dude. It's just Iron Man 2 is slept on, and I'm definitely gonna see it, Mark. I'm definitely gonna go with that.
How old is the Mark 6? Like the Hot Toys one, the in 6 scale.
Aren't they making a new one?
Yeah, they have a new one on order.
Okay.
One. Yeah,
that one's tempting just because I love that Mark 6. It's one of the only armors with a triangle look. You know, because after this he goes back to the circle. Yeah.
All right.
Plus, this is the look that he has in the Avengers too for a majority of the movie. So
I'm also so impressed that all of y'all can keep up with all the marks. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, like me and you talked about this. Not to go on a tangent, but like me and you were talking about this behind the scenes like a week ago. Yeah. Tony Stark's evolution in the MCU it's unmatched, and that's why he still remains the most popular. Is because each of his suits upgrades with time, upgrades with villains, upgrades with characters.
I use him as a staple all the time. Like that's how you make a beloved character, right? You don't make him perfect. We get introduced to a character. Mm-hmm. We see him with some arrogance, some character flaws. He hits a low point. There's a tragedy. He has to learn from it. He has to grow from it. We see him reach a higher point. And then once again, there's conflict. We see him fail. We see him learn. And then metaphorically, his suits are the exact same way. Each time he fails, it gets destroyed. There's adversity. He upgrades. He grows. They get better. Then once again, they meet adversity. He has to upgrade. It's ever changing. Yeah, and the suits are definitely a metaphor for Tony as a character, ever changing. I mean, that's why he's so beloved. You know, he's not perfect. We see him grow. We see him change. We see this, and that's why we love him.
Yeah.
Adversity in a character, flaws in a character, growth in a character, those are not bad things. Those are things we absolutely want in need.
Preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah. Captain America's still better.
Team Iron Man.
Let's go, baby. Team Cap. Let's go, baby.
There's a reason why Captain America only has a couple suits and doesn't need all these variations and all these things. He's flawless, baby.
The poll I did on my Instagram, I think I had close to like 100 people vote.
Really?
Cap ended up winning by like 10 out of that team. Cap.
Yeah, that's a close. I feel like that's forever going to be close.
Who saved
it was like 50-50.
Let's go, baby.
The entire time, man.
Who was able to make the time heist possible, Steve? I'm just saying.
Hey, who was about to literally fight to the death, no matter what it took?
I'm pretty sure it was
he didn't even think his friends were going to come back.
Who gave his life for what no matter it took?
Yeah,
Cap was about to die.
Black Widow sacrificed herself first.
yeah, we don't.
Cap was about to die until he heard "On Your Left." He was literally about to give it. He was about to give it all, man. He didn't even care.
But Cap kept the stones at the end of the day for his own benefit, though. After he stayed in time.
I just love the meme where he's like, "No, I don't think I will." That's like one of my favorite.
No, I don't think I will. By the way, Renz, this was an excellent choice. By the way,
it was.
Congrats, this is awesome.
Good. So for the chats, I do have that is at 57%, and this is at 42. So that's where it ended at with 14 votes. Let's go to the next one, guys. Let's see who did a this or that. We got Mr. Boba Fettuccine.
Interesting.
We're doing these two right here. So we do have the animated Boba Fett, and then we do have Yondu. So these two are some fun figures. I know there's a lot more Star Wars fans out there than there is Marvel fans, but this Yondu is a really, really good figure. So I'm going to put this in the chat again. We're going to start off with you, Zio. What do you think? Is this a cop or a drop for you? Or cop or a drop? This or that?
I'm gonna go with for me personally. I have more personal connection to the MCU with these two figures, so I'm gonna go with that. The head sculpt on that is just freaking phenomenal. Amazing. It's probably one of the best ones. I've seen this figure in person. Yeah. Also, I love the actor. He's freaking hilarious. So you gotta. Like, there's a lot of a lot of pluses for having that guy in the collection. And then I like the little accessory of him with his little, I don't know what that little whistle thing that I forgot what he calls it. It's just cool, man. Just having him next to a Star-Lord, you could have so much, like, and there's a lot of Fets out there, and so that's just not my favorite look for Fett. So I think that'll
pretty high in price though.
Yeah, it is. So maybe if it's more expensive, I'll get it and sell it and get the other one. And then no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I just like I said, there's just it's Yondu is just more limited. It's a little bit more limited, and it'll definitely stand out in the collection. Both of them would, but Yondu, I mean, if you put them in your Avengers display or your Guardians display, it'll look really nice in there, man. So I'm definitely gonna go with that for me.
Okay. And just to let everybody know, the Cowboys just won. So, anyways,
sorry, you cut out there.
Not kidding. Sorry, guys. It was like literally the last play, so I just had to look down over here for a second. But, anyways, we got Danny. Danny, tell us what you would do, this or that.
I'm also gonna agree with Carlos, man. This isn't my favorite look for Boba Fett, and when it comes to animated style figures, like, this is kind of how I feel about Invincible figures or anything that's Spider-Verse figures, if you will. Actually make it look animated, make it look like it's 3D and like illuminated. I know that's hard to do because you can't just necessarily plug a USB into your entire figure and light it up like it's a light box. But that, man, this is one of Hot Toys' still best head sculpts that's unique. It's an alien looking Michael Rooker. So, and like Carlos was saying, Michael Rooker is an iconic legend in Hollywood. I love almost every single role that he does. And, I don't know how the pleather's been holding up on this for any Yondu owners that currently still have their Yondu, if you can comment on that. But yeah, 100% going to go with that.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm kind of surprised by y'all's picks. I know that this Boba Fett isn't really it's an acquired taste, as people would say. So. Oh, sorry. Whoa. You know
whoa.
I got you. Now
You've awoken the beast.
Now I got you talking. Let's see. What are you doing, this or that?
It's Austin. It's Austin's
no,
turn.
Well, I like to like switch it up.
You're just giving me again to say Austin for last. Okay,
best for last.
So I actually own this Boba Fett. I haven't opened him yet. I'm gonna open him here shortly. I do. Okay. He's in box. I've had him in a box. I've had him in box for a while. Because I don't really have a spot to put him right now. Like, I literally don't know where to put him in my case. Like, in one of my cases, I don't have a spot. But it's holiday season. We already know Christmas special, Life Day. This is an iconic Boba Fett right here. Okay, this is a grail in my mind as far as like this figure goes. This figure goes for like buku bucks too. Like, yeah, $500, $600, sometimes $700 in the aftermarket. Pretty crazy. I actually had a Yondu.
Really?
I got a Yondu new when I bought like a bundle of figures, and I sold them to get more Star Wars stuff.
You showed us that, right? I
don't know, maybe the Yondu.
I forgot. Yeah.
So Yondu, I would like, if I got him, I'd have to get into Guardians of the Galaxy. Just not something that's gonna happen for me. So yeah, for me, this is this.
Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
and I remember when this Boba Fett actually came out too, man. It's
I thought about
crazy.
selling this Boba Fett because I can't place it in my collection. Like I've thought about, am I going to sell it? But I can't. I don't think I can, because it's just like there's a lot of history with this design of this Boba Fett, and like you think about like the
smaller
holiday
figures.
special.
They used to make the smaller figures of this guy. That's how I knew where he kind of came
Yeah.
from, because he was in the small figures.
Like
But,
if you know the holiday special, you know this version of Boba Fett, and like I don't know if they would ever make this again. Like this is something that may never ever happen again, potentially, for Hot Toys. It's just one of those really unique ones, and I do not want to just sell it to make some money and then regret it, because this is one I feel like I would never get back. You know, so
You got to open it and use it as a Christmas decoration around the house.
I'm going to
Yeah.
when I stream throughout the month of December. My plan is to have him displayed right here. I think I'm going to get a 1/6 Santa hat.
Do you watch that Christmas special every year?
Oh yeah. No, do I watch it every year? No. Oh, got a bunch of
yeah, I got
Oh, yeah.
that pack too. Yeah.
you guys need to show me where you got that. I got to get some of those. But yeah, I'm going to nice. I do not watch a Christmas special every year. No, but on Christmas though, since my son was born, we always watch Star Wars. We play Star Wars the whole day.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we just go right through the whole, like it's not every movie. Usually we get like we do the like prequels and the OT.
Yeah, like screw the sequels. I
whole
get you.
No, don't have enough time for that on
You're like
Christmas.
time for Rebels and Clone Wars, not the sequels. Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's dope.
Yeah. I
I've
like
been
that.
telling Austin needs to put one on his Art the Clown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, that's so funny. You need to put it on Homelander, dude.
Yeah.
I need to
The
watch
Butcher.
that show.
Oh
Austin.
no, you Danny on the Bloody Scope.
Oh, see, or on the laughing one where he's like,
Yeah.
that'd be funny.
That'd be good too. Austin, what are you picking, this or that?
So I could integrate Boba quite a bit easier into the collection. I'm kind of on an MCU high right now, you know. So
Little bit.
I can't pass up Yondu.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, man, I couldn't pass up Yondu, so I'm going that. It's also funny because I have Star-Lord, and Rachel didn't know I had him. He's
Oh,
still
really?
in box,
Yeah.
so they would pair perfectly.
Yeah, they would.
Father
Yeah.
and son, man.
Yeah. We got Nick in here as well. He said, "Sup guys, sorry I'm late. Been working on some OSW stuff. Can't
Let's
wait."
go,
Everybody
baby.
check that out.
Bro.
December
Hop on there,
3rd.
man.
December 3rd. Seeing
Oh,
that.
show.
Jazzy's in here as well. Hello, Jazzy. Glad to see you in here as always. Jazzy's an awesome guy. Hopefully we can have him on here one day as well. We want a lot of people on here. Let's see. Classic Thomas say, I have Yondu, but I have never taken it out of the box. I'm waiting for my module cases, then I can put my whole team together. That's going to be really cool. Nick's saying that.
Keep that box climate controlled.
But we will go on to the last one, guys. So we have one more. I know this is, we had a lot to talk about in the beginning, but here we go. Boom. This one probably isn't known by a lot of you guys. Mr. Calvin chose this one. I think he kind of chose this one as a meme for me because I'm always telling him Dirk is better than Kobe. But I know some of y'all aren't sports fans or anything like that. And I was telling him that a 2-pack is always going to be better than a one single pack. So it's not fair, but he wanted this double pack. So, oh wait, let me, did I end the poll? No, hold on. Let me end the poll for the last one. So we have animated Boba is at, hold on guys, there we go. This is at, this for the other one, for the one before this is at 27%. And that, the Yondu is at 72. So there we go. Oh, Calvin is in here. He's
been waiting for
he's
this.
been waiting
man.
for
Calvin,
it.
don't
Yeah.
worry, man. I know what
Oh.
Rachel wants. Don't worry. I'll be voting for
man.
her.
We're gonna do-
Calvin is flexing right now. At wherever he's at, he's flexing right now.
He has. I know he has this Kobe 2-pack, and I have the Dirk. So of course I'm going with this all day. So it's either this, like amazing this, or I guess not. You know, whatever. But we'll just go straight down the line. Zio, what you picking? I know some of y'all don't know about sports. I know you know about sports. But
I gotta go with that, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Mamba mentality is our theme at work, baby. Like we just gotta, that Mamba mentality, bro. It hits differently. He's he's a legend, man. I mean, both of them have a great career, but you know, Kobe, you know, after the tragedy just hits a little bit different. You know, looking back to, you know, we played him a lot as as from Houston. You know, he was always, you know, eliminating us, unfortunately, in the finals. You know, I mean, in the playoffs against the Rockets. But man, we had some great games, and it was always nice to see him. And just you gotta admire, like, the dude was super talented, man.
Yeah,
And you know what, and you know, like, you know, going to the mentality, like, his work ethic was insane. You know, and that's something that I really admire, because he really did put in that work, and you know, it showed when he was out there on the court. So I got to go with that, man. It's just because of that, you know?
Okay. Now, Dirk does all that too, but yes.
Yeah, he just doesn't have as much publicity, so
he's not from LA.
I like to follow up. Dirk does all that too.
But what about you, Daniel? I know you don't watch much basketball, but like, I know.
Hey, I was about to say, when I was a kid, I was a big Miami Heat fan.
Oh,
so,
God.
you know, actually, I don't mind watching basketball if I'm just sitting there chilling with a bunch of friends. Like, if me and you were chilling and we wanted to watch basketball, I would not mind. I'm gonna go with this and give it to you. You know,
Okay,
I would give it to you as a gift, because I know
Okay.
how big of a fan you are. You bought that Funko Pop while we were all hanging out in San Antonio. So, yeah,
I will say,
Kobe
though,
Bryant was a legend, though.
Yeah, I will say
Yeah.
though, on Kobe is badass, and I always gave him crap, but I did watch his last game, and I still have a picture of me taking a picture of his last game, because I thought it was so historic, and I took a picture of it, and him getting those 60 points from my TV. Of course, I wasn't there, but and I remember the day he did pass away. It was very that year had a lot of passing away in my life, so I'm always going to remember that little portion. And just I remember waking up from like a nap, and like my friend called me and was like, "Did you see Kobe passed away?" I was like, "Stop, like that did not happen." And then I turned it on the news, and I was like, "What the heck, like that's crazy." That was really out of nowhere.
I will say, like, one of the coolest things, if not the coolest thing I heard Kobe Bryant say in an interview, was that he liked to put on the Halloween theme before he went on the court, to have that like Michael Myers mentality. And I was like, that's fucking cool, dude. Because I do the exact same thing sometimes around Halloween season before I draw. So I was like, that's fucking cool that other people doing their professions are doing that. So yeah, man.
Calvin saying, how many did Dirk score on his last game? Don't worry, I'll wait. Hey, I was there at his last game. I got some tickets to the last game for Dirk.
Damn.
So I was there.
How many did he score?
I think he dunked. I'll tell you that. He dunked. His old ass dunked.
Okay.
Yeah. I know Austin. Yes, we know. What
Yes.
is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All right.
my vote
There
is
it
more
is.
for Rachel. So we
Yeah.
have some Interbay figures. We have a 6-scale basketball goal. In her office, she has framed LeBron James jerseys. She's a big basketball fan. Calvin, like he put in the chat, he absolutely knows. Him and Rachel, they bond over this. They chat over that.
Yeah.
Outside of the several Marvel figures that I will be buying because she wants them, she also wants a Michael Jordan 2-pack and this Kobe 2-pack. So this is a pretty easy fact for me.
It looks they have good head sculpts for Kobe too. They look really good.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, the Interbay figures I have that I've gotten for Rach, they are phenomenal. Oh, I actually forget. We actually do have a single Kobe that we haven't unboxed yet.
Okay. You have Shaq, I know that.
Yeah, we have a couple LeBrons, but we want this 2-pack and definitely the Michael Jordan 2-pack. So it's like number 1 on her list.
Okay.
I gotta ask, do you like the idea of putting Bugs Bunny with your Michael Jordan?
Hey, that'd be kind of cool though.
You know, give it a
Space
Space
Jam.
Jam thing.
That would. I'm trying to
wouldn't
see
be
if I
fun.
can. I'm trying to see if I can vote on here. I can't.
Trying
I was like, damn it.
to sabotage.
I need
All the
all those
bots
I can
come
get
in and
right
all
now.
Joey voting.
Getting all the bots. Some in the bots. Some in the bots.
Steve, what are you thinking, this or that?
Steve's going. Oh no, go.
Watch
you know,
Steve
I'm
just
just-
break
like
up the
wings,
most.
like-
Man, Dirk is a
Educated.
phenomenal player, man. Like I love Dirk. He's just crazy big dude. Like can shoot the lights out. Just like got his ring. But Kobe is like next level, man. I don't Kobe, like the one thing I think objectively is like, does Kobe come with like all the championships he's won? I see Dirk has his one. Does like Kobe come with his like
they have
like
to,
all of his?
The Interbay figures I have, they all come
usually
with
come with the
trophies.
the championship trophies. That's a
I'm
lot of
obviously an
trophies.
expert.
I think
That's
some
all the- see,
come
they-
with less than others, though.
They probably couldn't fit Kobe's in the photo, but they fit Dirk's in there, so that's kind of part of like the decision making process. Yeah, Kobe, man, like Joey, it's so crazy you said that, because I also remember I have a video on my phone of it. I have a video on my phone of when Kobe like dropped 60 his last game, and like there's a Snapchat filter. Like I remember I have the video, I saved it, I still have it on my phone, like Snapchat filter. Like I was recording my TV, and like I couldn't believe it watching that game, and then he like dropped 60 and just like that was wild, man.
That was like history.
Yeah, and you get 2 figures in this, man. Like I'm going with that.
Oh, hey, say it's Joey, because of the 2 figures. It's
Joey,
2 versus 1.
One more thing. So Rachel, I forgot. We also have that new LeBron James 2-pack on pre-order. That's Rachel's. That's technically first pre-order that she
really?
did.
That one's cool because he's in his regular outfit as well.
Yeah, dude, he's like in this fancy suit.
It looked good. Yeah.
That looks cool. That's her first pre-order. I helped pitch in on that one.
Okay.
Because I was gonna buy this 6-scale locker room setup. And I told her that when she was going to pre-order, but unfortunately, like they were going to charge the shipping was more than what the shipping was like $300. They tried charging me. I was like, hey, look, I'm not going to do that, but I will just put in money towards this pre-order.
Yeah.
So I think that comes out like January or February.
Yeah.
So Rach is a 6-scale collector, y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That Kobe 2-pack is cool, man. You get both the old.
Yeah, it is.
It is pretty cool.
Let me end the poll real quick at 16 votes. So I should have put this or this.
Joey tried winning. Because he likes Dirk.
I should have put this or this, man. So we have 12%. Thank you, whoever the 12% is. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know, right?
It's Joey, Sophia, and one Dallas fan who's watching.
Let's see. So we are at 87% that, and then this is at 12%. I think it has an asterisk next to it just because it's a 2-pack. So anyways, guys, let me go to another thing real quick that we will talk about. We'll just briefly go talk about this one. I know it's getting to that 2-hour mark, but talk about this real quick. This bat pod, I know some of us are getting this. We won't do the copper drop for this. Just what you guys think. Like, that's crazy how this has already came out, and some people have reviewed it already, I believe, or at least one person did. And it looks pretty cool. I like it. I love the LED lighting on this. It's a USB-C. I learned yesterday that this is powered by USB. That's really cool. That light's going to be on at all times. I love that. And the most important thing, though, is that this can fit in a DTOF. So I think that
it's snug.
Yeah, it is snug. But I think you could have moved it up a little bit more.
I think you can battery power this too.
Oh, really?
I don't see a wire with that. I don't see a wire, but like I think you can if you really needed to. Yeah, nobody's gonna do it. Yeah. But sometimes like wires with like DTOFs and stuff, depending on where you put it, like if you have all these extra wires and stuff hanging out, it can be kind of annoying. But really nice. It fits in the DTOF. Austin, you can speak to that probably way better than me as far as your lighting situation goes. But
are you gonna pick this up, Austin?
No.
Anybody picking it up? I know.
I'm picking it up.
I'm not picking it up.
And if you guys do want it, I know Steve said that it's still available on Underground Toys or Underground Figures, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Code? What is that code? What is your code again?
I don't have a code, man. I want one. I'd love to have a code, but it's nice because you already get 5% off a Sideshow, and a lot of times you don't have to pay tax depending on where you live.
That wasn't a joke. I actually did. I forgot that you don't.
It's okay. No, I would love to get a code at some point, but
your name in there, right?
Yeah, you got to email him, right?
Yeah. My name in there. Hopefully, maybe at one point. It'd be lovely to get a code at some point, maybe to further help people out and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure as of like earlier today, it was still available for pre-order, and it's going to arrive within like a week. Like I think Sideshow. I was told earlier this week Sideshow is going to be shipping them out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So it's imminent. Like it's going to, like I hope to have mine within like the next 2 to 3 weeks ish. So
I'm excited to see how yours comes out because I'm definitely going to pick this up and pair it with the InArt Batman. Put it next to the Riddler. I think it's interesting how this is coming out before the Batman gets released, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a cat and mouse game we talked about with InArt with theirs, but
I think like, yeah, I think like what's going to happen is they're going to do the blogger photos for this once they decide to drop the Batman around a very similar time, because the photos for this are going to include the Batman figure in it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So like I feel like maybe it's imminent, but they're waiting until they release the Batman before they say that this is actually released. Like that would make sense, right? But I don't know. That's just
They can't. They can't
also
publish
the
the
all-in-one
blogger.
Batman.
Yeah, they imagine the blogger photo, just a motorcycle riding.
Just the steps. I know.
Think about that.
Every
Yeah.
seat is just leaning in. It's just.
Yep.
It's
And I
just
know
a bad
people
cycle.
said too, like the Bat Pod came out before too, but was Batman in those photos? I don't know if he was or not, but I feel like this situation's also a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like this is a different situation considering InArt, but that's what I think is going to happen because we know Batman's coming in December. There's not a lot of like December's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
tonight, boom, let's go, baby.
1 hour.
Yeah, tonight. So, I mean, I could see them. Yeah, once they do the photos for this because Bat Signal is also shipping.
Yep.
Like at the same time as this,
They probably got
and there's
photos with
there's all in one with the Bat Signal. So like this figure's got to be ready to go. It's got to be ready.
It's
to go.
coming
There was
out
no-
anytime soon.
Was there an all-in-one with the Batcycle and the Batman, or no?
No.
No.
Oh, wait, no. Okay.
there was a
All right.
deluxe version that you could get with the Bat Signal, just like InArt, but no.
I thought
the
that was
Bat
kind of
Signal was sick.
weird because they do.
That's
like,
one.
most
That's one I
vehicles-
got.
Most vehicles come with a figure, right? They normally do one. I know Batman, the Flash one, or the Star Wars figures, like they
Well,
all come with the figure.
You bring up a
So
good
that's-
point, Carlos, because
Yeah.
another Cos baby, great. Like this one's a relatively
Mounts.
smaller, motorcycle compared like to the Bat Pod, which is like twice the size of this thing, right?
The
Yeah.
box is not that big for this, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
I'm
you
happy
watched the
about.
video of the guy who reviewed it. It's not very big.
It's right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
excited
like-
to get this thing, man. It looks
Yeah,
good.
It's like a
I'm
light
really
box
excited to get
box.
this. I love this bike. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I know some people say like it's plain and stuff and like doesn't really do it for them, but yeah, this is
It's
like definitely something I'm excited
That
about.
yellow
picking up.
lighting, man, with that. Because we're not going to get the Batmobile from Hot Toys, right? They're not going to drop that. So this is going to be that closest thing we get to that.
I think they're gonna end up doing it at some point, man.
Let's hope. Maybe
I
for
think
the
they're going-
sequel.
I think they're going to. It's not that elaborate of a vehicle. It's more of a simple style vehicle. If they can pull off the tumbler, they can do the Batmobile from this movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'd
It's
rather
like
have
a-
the Batmobile
yeah,
from this
it's
movie
like
than
a-
Tumbler.
You know why
Yeah,
I think they
it's-
won't do it? Because I feel like the next movie's coming around and it's gonna already have upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, how significant do you think it'll be? Do you think it's gonna be a whole change in his car?
I think
because
it'll
it
be the
doesn't-
same car, but it'll look different.
Yeah,
I
because,
think
because
it
another
has
thing
bigger
is like,
guns on it.
yeah.
isn't the next because like this movie was in Halloween? Isn't the next one in the winter? So isn't it not gonna really take place that far in the future?
That's a rumor at the moment.
I
from
don't
what I've
know.
heard. I don't know. I follow
would-
Boba Talks.
Owning
and he's
owning
like,
would
a
say that makes
muscle car,
sense.
good fucking luck driving it in the winter.
Yeah, that's a good point. But it's the Batmobile, man.
It's gonna have
Yeah.
chains on the tires and it's gonna be the 2.0.
Dude,
So that's
that
a
would look
rumor.
so cool.
Danny, you said that's a rumor about it being like in the winter.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that'd be dope though.
right now
That
the
would-
I
word
kind of like the
is that
aesthetic.
Clayface is the villain, and the other rumor
Mm-mm.
is that the only thing confirmed for fact is that Robin is joining. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's
All
the
right.
thing.
They're-
We're gonna
yeah.
get more figures from that. I feel like
I think so,
once
too.
that movie comes out,
Because
you know
what is
I
it,
mean?
Toys Era or Toys? But somebody's releasing the Penguin figure, and I'm excited to pair that
Yeah.
with the Riddler and
We-
this
we have
Bat
a-
Cycle.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
a
that
couple.
Riddler's dope, dude.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys. We're about to hit 2 hours, so let's see.
You get excited about Batman, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know.
Cannot wait for that figure. For
It's
real.
gonna come out soon. I think so. Very soon. Hopefully not while I'm in
I
Hawaii.
mean, they got. I feel like if this is gonna like literally ship from people, all these people are getting their notifications. Your last payment comes out, I think December 1st, and it's shipping like within 10 days of that email, which was earlier this week. Like this stuff, the Batman has to be dropping really, really soon. Just doesn't
Yeah.
make sense otherwise.
Calvin said that he dropped this for the Affleck Flash bike. I think that one looks good too. as
Yeah, I
well.
like that
Yeah.
one a lot.
Yeah. So let's go. We got 2 more figures to talk about. So here is this one. We were just talking about it. Maybe we could just talk about it briefly since we were kind of talking about it earlier for the this or that. But like we said earlier, the freaking battle damage is on point. Man, look at this head sculpt.
The head sculpt's great too.
Look at this thing. This is outstanding.
Is this battery? Is this battery or is this USB-C or battery?
I have no idea. I don't think so. But yeah, I think
straight
it's still
to
battery.
the plug, bro. Straight to the
Yeah.
plug.
You gotta get a fusion reactor for this thing.
I think this might fit on the Mark IV one. Might fit on this because everything. It looks like everything the same lights up, so it might work just depending on how it is. Because I have
sure.
Yeah, but I like this one. We do get a cool like a diorama base for a 1/4 figure. Like that's insane, especially one that's like this. I think it looks really cool. But anybody want to say anything about this more than we've already said, or y'all want to go to the next?
Well,
one?
if this was Cop or Drop, I'd say Cop.
Okay, yeah. I want to go down
Cop.
the line real quick.
Cop,
Real quick.
Cop,
2 seconds.
Cop.
Okay.
Drop up until they make War Machine Mark 1.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Drop.
Okay. Drop. Cop.
If I get
okay.
a quarter scale, it's gonna be Star Wars.
You've been doing good. You've been branching out, man.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not. If I get a quarter scale, I'm only. Yeah, that's gonna be. It has to be something like I said, crazy good that I want. If I'm gonna get a quarter scale, even then, I don't know.
Yeah. TK said Cop as well. Feral Penguin when the series comes out. Yeah. So I think we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that series with it. Everything being so like frozen over after that flood that was at the end of the movie. At the end of the Batman, they're gonna get like a hard freeze, and then we're gonna have like that series, and then it probably picks up from there. But after that, that's
Yeah. When is that supposed to come out? Like this coming year?
Know.
It got delayed.
2024.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, but I think fall of next year.
It's supposed to come out before. Okay, so before the movie.
Before part 2,
Yeah.
yeah. It's in between part 2.
That's gonna be cool. Looking forward to that show.
We got Felix in here. He's a good friend of mine. Big Cowboys fan. We're always talking about Cowboys in there. He's saying, "How is everyone's day today? Did y'all have a productive day?"
Hell no.
Hell yeah.
He actually ordered his first Hot Toy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It was
What
the
was it?
Darth Vader. I think I said it already. The Darth Vader Obi-Wan. So.
Oh,
What a
dude,
hell of a
yeah.
first figure,
Great
dude.
first
Can't wait for that one.
Damn,
He
that's
loves
a
Anakin.
gateway figure right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Gosh.
I'm telling him once
Get
he gets
that.
that one, I think
Welcome
he
to the
ordered
club.
another one too. He ordered another one too, I believe, but I forgot which one it was.
Imagine that one in quarter scale, Steve. That'd be crazy,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
See, that's something I would consider quarter scale.
He's gonna be
Like
up
that
at night
level
thinking
of-
about that now.
A battle damage
Yeah.
damage Vader in quarter scale. That would be sick, man.
With a swap out helmet, that way you could recreate Rebels too with Ahsoka. Come on
Dude,
now.
that would be.
I would snag that.
And then
I
you
would
push
get
a button.
I would get
and
a
you,
battle damage Kenobi quarter scale.
I
you
think
push a button and he speaks. That would be crazy, bro. Like,
I
he
am
does
what
that
remains.
quote. Yes.
Kill
think
Anakin
right
so
now
much
I have-
sooner. I did.
I have 10 quarter scale statues, and I would get rid of some to make room for him.
You're elite. You're in the elite class, Austin.
That's just like your baby.
Sometimes I forget what I have on here. Oh yeah, we have this one. That's right. That's right.
Wo-
That's right.
Wolverine.
Wolverine, the man of the hour. Wolverine. Hey, if you say it real
saggy
fast,
ass
it kind of
pants.
sounds right though.
Yeah.
So we did have this guy right here. Of course, the elephant in the room. This was misspelled on the base. Of course, it's a big deal, and it's not a big deal at the same time. It's not going to make anybody want to go, oh, I don't want this figure no more. I haven't heard anybody say that. I have not heard anyone say I'm not getting this figure because it's misspelled. No way. Like if this was, let's flip it. If this was Logan. If you got the Logan figure, Hot Toys came out with it, and it was spelled something else like
Golan.
Yeah, if it was spelled that, do you really think that I would not get it because of that? No, I am getting it because of the figure. I might get a different base, but
this
you know.
base is
Do
incredible.
you think it actually
people don't
would be
even use
distributed
bases.
that way?
If what?
Do you think it would actually be distributed that way either?
Well, they did do the Bat-Talorian, or what is it? The battalion. What you said? Bat-Tattalion, whatever it is. They misspelled the battalion trooper on one of the bases.
Yeah,
before.
you said that in the chat. I that's before I got into collecting, so
But,
I wasn't really
yeah,
certain of
so they spelled battalion wrong, and it went out for a little while like that, and then it got fixed over time.
Got it.
So the thing is I would think that you getting a misspelled one would make it a little bit more rare, in my opinion. Honestly, you know how people like misprints on dollars and things like that. To me, I think that's pretty cool. You have that, you know, and just like you have the Tony Stank, like that's an iconic part in this. Like y'all remember that? Yes,
no, bro.
Yes, the Tony Stank. I have the Tony Stank head sculpt, and that was one of the biggest errors. That was one of the biggest errors in Hot Toys where they actually went back and changed the scope. Yeah. That was a big. I know it doesn't make it any more money, but it's just like you have that piece of Hot Toys history.
Like a novelty to it.
Yeah.
I liked how Austin looked up at his Battle Damage 85. I was like, I'm grateful for having that one instead of
So I bought my Mark 85, just a clean one, before on Amazon, and it came with that head sculpt. And I went ahead and bought the other one just because I didn't like it. But I mean, you still have that iconic head sculpt that was. But anyways, we're getting off topic. But this head sculpt changed though as well. Other than you know, getting that base wrong. I think I have a couple pictures of the base being wrong here. There it is, right here. So it, you know, what blows my mind is that all of us, every single one of us, saw this up close and personal, and for a year no one noticed this. I thought that was, and it's right here in front of our face that it was spelled wrong. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised it went on that lot, but the regular base is spelled right. So that's
you think
cool.
They'll fix it?
I think they'll do like what happened with the Batatolorian, whatever. I think that we'll have a few people that got this base, and then over time it's gonna be getting better. So
if you guys ordered this and Sideshow sent you the one that was like this, would you contact them and say you want it fixed?
No.
I want 50% back. I'd be like,
Man,
50%.
I'm so unbothered by so many things. If that's the worst thing going on, nah.
Yeah, that.
And then
I call them.
I forgot to put in the chat copper drop. So let me actually put that for you guys, and we'll actually go down the line. We'll do this one. We'll do a copper drop for this one. We'll start off with you. You know what? We haven't started off with Austin. Oh no, we haven't started off with Danny.
Danny,
Yeah.
baby.
Okay.
We haven't started off with
But
Danny.
you may like that. It's fine.
Screw Austin. Screw that
Teased
Austin
you,
guy,
bro.
whoever
He just
is.
teased you, bro. He just teased you and just.
No, it's okay.
Hey, give us more time
Damn.
to think about it.
Yeah, well,
I already know.
I mean,
Yeah.
because you know what?
I don't want to share anymore.
Hey,
don't
and
wanna
we're saying cop if it has the Wovlerine. So just letting you guys know.
Wolverine. You know, for Wolverine here, I am not impressed. I love Days of Future Past, right? In my opinion, that's probably the best X-Men movie outside of Logan and the Deadpool movies, right? If it's just talking about your PG-13 X-Men movies, that's your goated one. This look for Logan, though, I don't like the bone claws. I never liked the bone claws. I always prefer Wolverine with metal claws, and the fact that you don't get that with this figure, I know that in the movie he had it in the future, but not the past. Give me the damn option for the metal claws either way, man. Come on. Like, how many of us in the chat, put it right now, if you had this figure, if you're comping it, which that's a drop from me, but if I was going to comp it, would you display it with the metal hand claws or the bones? Because the bones are cool or whatever.
Mhm.
The what?
So adamantium for the win.
Adamantium, yeah. Adamantium for the win, right? Because and you think Wolverine, you don't think of him with the bone claws. The base is really cool, but like, this is a real leather jacket, yeah?
Yeah, it's genuine leather.
Real.
Genuine leather.
Yeah.
The tailoring's cool, but like, I'm pretty sure we talked about it behind the scenes. The beard, they like did something weird with it.
You gotta put this in mind too. So I found this on Facebook. Whoever posted it.
Yeah, this is wild.
Yeah,
Right.
this is
They shaved
crazy.
him.
Yeah.
Like,
So
he
look
went
at
to
the
the
head
barber.
shape. Look at the head shape. This head
It's
shape
like
on
a
the
square
prototype
jaw.
is way better, but this one's like
You got
Kanye
the
West.
filler.
He
Yeah.
looks
Almost
more
looks
like a
Butcher.
hybrid between Butcher and like Taron Egerton, the guy who people fan cast as Wolverine, right? This doesn't really look like Hugh Jackman to me, and I think the prototype looked pretty damn solid. I told you guys this behind the scenes. I think that they should have delayed this and just worked on it a little bit more, because Deadpool 3 is going to be probably, if not the biggest movie of next year, right? It's going to make probably $1 billion, if not more. People are going to go see that movie, and Wolverine is going to be a hot topic again. Had Hot Toys just waited it out and just wanted to perfect this thing and just put out a Wolverine around that time, dude, it would have been selling like damn hotcakes. And everybody who didn't pre-order, man, them second and third batches would be going quick. So it's a drop for me, though.
Okay. All right. Remember, guys, I do have a poll running. I accidentally put this or that instead of copper drop, but I fixed it. So let's go with Austin. Austin, what are you thinking?
Man, I like the clothing in this. The base is awesome. I actually like the bone claws. I do. This is a drop for me though. Man, this is a drop. Honestly, I have a couple Wolverine figures. I will be getting rid of those figures. The Wolverine I want is Deadpool 3. Give me Wolvie in the yellow suit, baby, and I pair him with the Deadpool, and I am going to be so damn happy.
Would you rather have that or the Logan appearance? Because me, dude, I would love an InArt Logan figure, dude. Come on. With all the blood. Because Calvin just said he had like bloody claws. That'd be so damn cool.
Oh man, look, Logan would be, man, the yellow suit, man, he's on pop. I have the old man Logan from So ordered, so that's probably going to satisfy that itch for me enough, honestly. Man, to have Wolverine in that yellow suit, that's big for me.
They I think they showed another picture. You know how there was a lot of behind the scenes pictures coming out.
So sorry, Joey. So sorry.
No, you're good.
I mean, look at those seamless forearms.
I know, they look so good. It looks like he has hair too.
Awesome.
How they textured the skin looks like
this
he has
picture looks
hair.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Like his face looks pretty good in this one.
Yeah.
It's the angle though.
It's them damn bone claws, man.
Yeah, the angle here looks better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It actually looks like he has more of a beard in this angle too.
Yeah.
Uh,
That one's kind of off.
I think the
That
best
one looks good too.
The best one was where he was standing straight up. It was this one right here. I like
that
that
looks
one.
pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Again, like the angle of his head. That's what I was saying. Like kind of about Cobb Vanth too. You can just change the angle to change.
Dude,
the
those
appearance of the
forearms,
shape.
man.
Yeah,
Looks
those
like
forearms are
yours.
badass.
You can see
body's
the
badass.
veins, the hair. It looks like it has like some like that gloss makes him kind of look sweaty, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got those Austin Nicholas forearms.
I was supposed to swap the head. This is an Austin Nicholas figure. Man.
So you said drop Austin, right?
Yeah, this is a drop for me.
Zio, what do you think?
Dude, man, I just don't like this look for him, and it'll be hard to match him up with anything, man. Like in display, like even as a standout piece, it's just not Wolverine for me, you know. And especially with the Deadpool 3 yellow classic suit, you know, I'd prefer to go back to that Days of Future Past Wolverine over this one, just because I like that outfit more than this one. And
Isn't this
but even
one
then,
Days of Future Past?
oh, what was the other one? I guess the other one that had released.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Class?
Oh, was it first?
Yeah,
I don't think it was First Class. It was Days of Future Past too. The other
Maybe,
one, I think.
he went back in time, so maybe it was before
Yeah.
he went back in time.
Yeah, I believe it was. I believe. I don't know.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah. But I prefer that other suit over this one. But I will say that I will drop this one just because the yellow suit, man. That yellow suit's gonna be insane. Metal claws. And then, you know, I really want to see that cowl on him. I want to see how he's gonna look wearing that. So that's gonna be a big reveal once they decide to show us that. So I'm gonna drop this one.
Okay. Steve, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all your guys' points. Like, yeah, it's a drop for me. If there's any Wolverine I'm gonna get, it's gonna be the Deadpool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and like I don't have a Deadpool figure, and I really like Deadpool as well, and I could like see myself potentially getting both of them from that movie. You know what I mean? Because they're just gonna go, like Austin said, just pop and go so well together. Man, this figure looks really good. Like everything is really good. Like Joe, you brought up points yesterday when we were on stream together, like the tailoring of the jeans, and
you
like
don't see many jeans on figures.
yeah, like the clothing looks really good. Everything looks pretty good. I know like the head sculpt there's like some issues there, but like it's because isn't it a leather jacket?
Yeah, the leather jacket is actually leather.
Yeah, so it's like real leather jacket. So like the base is really cool too.
So,
I love how the
switch out the shirt.
the nameplate's cropped out.
Oh yeah.
I also love how Sideshow did their first look for this figure today, and they intentionally completely blocked out the nameplate on the entire video.
That's crazy.
Which honestly, like that's kind of sketchy a little bit to me. Like you're gonna be giving people this product and you're not showing it. And what if people don't know? Like they don't, they're not on YouTube and they're not on forums like us and they look at that and they're like, what the hell is this spelled wrong? So it's just like
That's crazy.
I think it's a drop for me, but I think the base thing for me is like to get the name wrong, like spelling wrong, is not okay. When you are spending this amount of money on something, this kind of like is like this should never happen.
But so say they came out with the Mando Luke and they spelled him L whatever, they spelled him whatever way, would you still not get the figure?
I mean, I would get the figure, but I would want an update. I would want a replacement nameplate.
Oh, yeah.
So like if it was me and I got this and it said Wolverine on it, I would be contacting them and saying like this is just me personally, I would want a true accurate nameplate. You're spending this much money on a figure and you're looking at that and saying, wow, they spelled the name wrong. Like that's like kind of like knockoff quality when you think about that level. You know what I mean?
I wonder how many.
It's that third party name. It's that third party name.
Like you're collecting this stuff, and like, not that I care too much about like if people like came in and saw my collection, but somebody's looking at this and they're like, why is this spelled wrong on here? Like you got this. It's just
I
like
got the damn exclusive. What's he
it's just like a kind of like an unforgivable miss when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like when you're paying this level of like you're getting this high quality of a product, and then you have something like that is visible on the figure, like on a really nice base. I wouldn't want like that to be seen for me. It's not, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I'm just saying like for me, that's something that would bother me. So like I would want that fixed. It's crazy to me. It's so crazy to me with how much everybody in the community, like how much like we talk about these figures and critique them, that nobody saw this in the prototype photos.
I think everybody was
so wild.
Everybody's eyes were just over here to this stuff. Probably.
Yeah, I think that's so wild. I mean, that speaks to like how good the figure is too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody really saw it. But I'm kind of surprised that nobody's like, oh, it's spelled wrong. But yeah, I'm sure. My guess is it's probably going to get fixed. Like there's probably going to be a rolling fix for it. I know some people have it in hand and they don't have that, but I'm sure there's going to be probably a fix for that where they can just send you a sticker or something to just go over it. It can't be that big of a fix.
I wonder how many sideshows going to get. Like,
on those bases, like is it built into the base or is it like a peel off? Like kind of like on these like Star Wars bases, you know, you can peel off the silver.
I'll guess it's a peel off.
Yeah, so like you could just, maybe they'll send you a new one where you peel it off and glue a new one on there. You know, like that's all it would take.
Nameplates off either way, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I take nameplates off as well. Like I don't really, if I have a base, I don't usually keep the nameplates.
You spent $300 on this. You should know who the character is.
This one though, like this one, I like the nameplate is kind of unique on this one. Like it's cool, but like the silver nameplates on Star Wars, I pop all those ones off. I don't really like those ones, but
I never did that. I didn't know.
You can just take them right off.
Yeah,
for the
I
most.
thought they just fell off because of quality control. But
no,
I mean that's true too, man. That just shows how shitty the base.
I think some of them are on there. I think some of them are on there better than others, but But yeah, usually I just like pop those ones off because I don't care too much about those. But this one's like a pretty cool looking base, and like having the name on there looks like pretty cool because this is a more dynamic, like higher level base. But yeah, kind of like that's kind of a bummer that they let that happen. But I'm sure they'll fix it. It's not a huge problem, but I'm sure it's gonna end up getting a rolling fix, and they're gonna end up fixing it because people are probably gonna complain. People are not gonna like that,
especially if you can get it fixed for free. I mean.
Yeah, and then it sucks for us like a retailer because people are going to be reaching out. Then it just causes more problems for everybody. Yeah, you know what I mean. People are going to be calling them and saying they want a new one, and like
if you're a good reseller or comic book shop, you do it for the. I mean, it's not that hard. You could just can't you call them and say, hey, this many people complained, and they give you that. Especially if
I'm sure there will be like I could also see Sideshow like doing something on their end of like, hey, if you got this early release of this figure, like they've done with other stuff, like they've gone to way more extreme, like Mark 85, where they did like the replacement head sculpt because people wanted, or because they wanted to update the head sculpt, and you could do a replacement program for the head sculpt. So they've done more drastic. So I feel like if they're going to fix it, it's going to be a simple fix. I don't want to take away from the figure because of that, but I feel like it's a worthy talking point because it is like a glaring mistake when it comes to like spending this amount of money on a figure that you don't want to have. Like for me personally, I wouldn't want to have showing in my collection.
Yeah, and you can I like that you can switch it up a little bit and put the black. I bet it's pretty hard to actually get this on him looking right though. I know the Bane is it's like it's a bitch. The Bane putting the black suit, I mean the black long sleeve under all this stuff. You have to like put the I don't know, the strings through things and all that. It's crazy. But let's see where we are at in the polls. I'm gonna end it right now. So 17 votes for this Wolverine. So Cop is at 58% and Drop is at 41%. So this is more of a Cop for a lot of people. That's really cool to know. Even though the nameplate's bad, people still want it.
You're still gonna get this figure.
Yeah. So big AI from New York. What is that, Mr. AI? Saying Logan was mid-grade. Drop. Let's see. We got imagine a bunch of people will be returning at Sideshow. Maybe. Cop. Cop. Actually, a cop emoji from TK. We do have Classy Thomas saying, I think the guy who made the misspelled nameplate may have been dyslexic. Yeah, bone claws. Brick is saying, the more I see this, the more I want a different Wolverine, but I kind of just want to buy it anyway. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was going to say you could switch out parts, but honestly, you probably can't because of the seamless arms. To be honest, since I have the Days of Future Past Wolvie, I would display this Wolverine with bone claws so it fits even more different than Days of Future Past Wolvie, and as homage to the comic. Oh, homage, yeah, to the comics. Okay, sorry guys, my reading's really bad. I've been freaking looking at the screen for the longest. I got some bloody claws, Danny. Yeah, that's whenever he was telling you. Let's see.
You notice something I just noticed, by the way? Where is his sunglasses? Like, he wore sunglasses in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, throughout the whole damn thing. Like, what the hell?
I haven't seen it, so I can't really talk about that. But anyways, guys, that was it for Copper Drop. We did skip one. I was going to talk about Ahsoka, but we were kind of running out on time. And Ahsoka kind of came out a while ago, so I'm pretty sure everybody's heard what they need to hear about that figure. But that is the end. Let me take this off screen. We will be talking about what we all do at the end. Plug ourselves. Love it. So we will start off with Mr. Zio. What do you got coming up on the channel?
Nothing. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna do another stream on Monday. I'll probably do another unboxing. So I'll do another little Zio Lounge episode unboxing on Monday, and then tomorrow on my Instagram, I'm gonna do another picture Freeze Fridays, Saturday Zio question of the week, and then on Sunday 360 Sundays, where I do a little 360 little reel of a figure. So that's what's coming to the page and the YouTube channel, the stream. So obviously Copper Drop every Thursday. So yeah, that's about it right there.
TK saying that last one was fun, Zio.
I appreciate that, TK. Yeah, he was on there for a while, and so I appreciate you being there, man. Yeah, it was really fun. Hopefully one of y'all, like, whenever y'all get a figure, let me know. I know Sneaker did his unboxing today, so if y'all ever get a chance and y'all want to come on, let me know. Austin, we still got to set that up, baby, on Monday. If you're down, let me know, and then we can set it up afterwards or whatnot or whatever.
Yeah, I'll have all this done by then. New setup.
Do you have a specific time when you do those?
Right now, it's been kind of like on Mondays for a little bit, just because every other day seemed like it was kind of busy. So Mondays, but I had done Mondays and Thursdays, I think, like right before Copper Drop, I think.
You do them a little earlier, right? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit around 7. I try to do them around 7 because it's early. I can get out of the way and I can still do some work and stuff like that. And then it doesn't get in the way of other people and stuff like that. So it's just, whatever time I have right now. But 7 is what I'm shooting for right now. So Monday 7-ish, it'll vary depending on also who's coming on. I'll try to adjust to them and their schedule as well. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Danny, anything coming? We've been on a dry spell, man.
Things are coming. I have an updated collection tour coming. I also hopefully have a art project coming up soon. I will most likely be picking up a Soldier Boy by Toys Era soon to unbox, hopefully on Zio's channel, and pair him with Homelander. Maybe a Butcher down the road. We'll see. I'm holding out hope to see what Soso's doing, but figure buying at the time, slowing down. I'm still figuring out some video ideas, but like Carlos said, got a copper drop on Thursdays.
Okay. I see that Calvin sent me a few pictures he wants me to share on here, so I'm gonna try to work on that while y'all are plugging. Let's see, Steve, what you got coming on?
Yeah, man, I just want to say thanks so much for having me on. Ooh, that looks dope. That is cool.
Oh, okay. You showing them, Danny?
Yeah,
that's real cool.
That's impressive.
Show it again. Let's see.
Man, oh man.
I don't like that background, but hey, those are fire. Those are pretty cool.
The background, right?
I like
Man,
those.
that's impressive.
Those look
dude.
cool. Yeah. Like it. Oh shit. Hold on. Trying to get you off. Okay, there we go. All right, Steve, what you got going up?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for having me on. It's always good chatting with you guys. I know we talk, off air, but yeah, it's always good talking about figures with you guys, and yeah, I really enjoyed being on tonight. So thank you for that. Upcoming on my channel. So yeah, I actually just did an unboxing right before the show of this guy.
Yeah, wow, he looks so good. He looks
He
really good.
is a really cool figure.
Looks badass.
Yeah,
Can't wait for mine.
Especially the shadow. Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
I actually
Straight
kind
out
of
of
like
the
how
game, dude.
muted the colors are.
Yeah.
The colors are so dope in person too. And so like I put one of these back plugs on, but like this is where the where the little spider legs go.
Yeah.
I put one of these little things on, but it like I really put it on there, so I don't want to break it pulling it off, so I just left it. But yeah, this figure is so dope, and the when you put on the spider legs, like it's huge. It's really
Where'd you get? Nick's asking where'd you get it?
I got mine from a seller in Australia, but it ended up getting
William?
It ended up getting like shipped directly from Hong Kong when it was released. If you want more information, Nick, I can just message me and I can let you know. But yes, and then I also got him too a while ago, like when he came out. Yeah, the mouse too. So
Those two together, man.
Yeah, they
Bro,
look
I'm waiting for
really,
Sideshow
really
to
dope
ship
together.
mine.
I know. Hopefully, Sideshow ships both of those soon. But yeah, those are both like really cool. But anyways, you can go check out my live unboxing. I think it was like, yeah, I did it. It was less than an hour. You can go check that out. Tomorrow I'm doing at 8 o'clock episode 2 of my other live stream, Revenge of the Sixth. In the topic, thank you to Austin for kind of recommending the topic. The topic is kind of like, where do we go from here in like 6 scale collecting, now with like just all the stuff going on. We got InArt, we got JND, we just have so much stuff coming out. So that's going to be like the point of the show is kind of like we have a topic. So that'll be the topic, kind of talking about, like the future of collecting. And then it's basically just like a panel and chat driven stream. So it's one topic. We spend however much time talking about that. And then it's literally whatever the panel and whatever the chat decide to talk about together. So chat, if you guys want to come and hang out tomorrow, 8 o'clock Central Time. I know Carlos is going to be on. All you guys too are, if you guys want to come on, you guys can pop in or out. It really doesn't matter to me. I don't want it to be structured. I just want it to be somebody come on, have fun, talk about figures. So if you have the time, I would love to have any of you guys to come on that show. So that's something new that I'm doing. Because I don't really have a lot of time to like plan stuff out. So it's fun to just do something like that where it's pretty easy to plan. And then I did a collector tour with 16 Fix Marco earlier this week. You can go check that. That was a really good episode. I'll probably do a collector tour episode next week. I got a few people I've been talking to about getting somebody on for collector tour. So I'm pretty busy, man, doing a lot of live streams. Wolfpack Wednesdays on Wednesdays. Obviously, I know I see a lot of familiar names in this chat as well. So I'm always on there. So just trying to stay consistent. I'm getting closer to 500 subs. I think I'm at like close to 430 or something like that. And I'm going to be doing a 500. I'm going to be doing probably a couple giveaways at 500. One of them's a pretty big one. And then I think once I hit 500, and once I have channel memberships, then I'm going to do like something else kind of special for the channel, but I'll save some of that because I got some stuff in the works for that. But yeah, giveaways, some fun stuff coming up as I near 500. And hopefully can get some channel memberships going as well. I'm pretty excited about that stuff. So yeah, that's coming up hopefully within the next month or two. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, thanks.
Mr. Austin. I know you have some
Hey.
news.
So
Hey,
yeah,
Austin's almost at freaking 500 too. So y'all give both of them both of their
Damn.
descriptions.
I think I'm
Our
12
description.
away.
No, you are. I
Nice.
saw it right now. I was looking at it.
Nice.
You are 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so close.
That is so close. So
Just hit
down there in the
4K.
description. Yeah.
Just hit 4K on Instagram. Had a big bump on Instagram, so that's good. So what's new with me? Unboxed a few different figures this week. The biggest one's the DeLorean, which is fantastic. Had a lot of fun unboxing with Rachel. Took a lot of pictures. It is much better than I thought it would be. I'll actually be making 2 YouTube videos this weekend. I've been very much slacking.
Dang.
So I'll get those made and distributed. And the other really cool thing is, outside the whole action figure collecting thing, working out's a pretty big deal for me.
We know.
I love bodybuilding. That's kind of my thing. I have a local chain that has sponsored me. Got the email from them today with the contract, so stopping in tomorrow to meet the owner and to get my first care package, some apparel with them. So for my personal life, that's really exciting for me.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine. That's crazy.
A big dub right there, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they got a good one. They got a good one.
It's cool. Like me personally, I know it's not really like within our realm of collecting, but that's one of the top 2 hobbies for me. So
That's awesome.
Still
bro.
a massive fucking achievement, bro. We're proud of
Yeah.
you. That's fucking cool.
Mafia said he subbed, so that's good. Thank you, Mafia, for subbing to our boy. Let's see. So me, just Copper Drop every Thursday, of course. On the 14th, Copper Drop will not be going on the 14th, so we won't have it that week. I want to do a 5K stream. Me and Austin have been talking about that for the longest. Sometime, I don't know when, but we'll do it kind of like how you're doing it, Steve. Is just chilling, relaxing, just seeing, what people are talking about in the chat. Might do a giveaway. You heard it here first. I will give away the Toys R Us Green Goblin because I don't want to go through the hassle of selling it and all that. So
that's
just
a
give it
big
away.
giveaway.
Yeah, that's a nice giveaway, bro.
That's
That
dope.
is a really good giveaway.
The Toys R Us Green Goblin. I said Toys R Us, right?
No, you said Hot Toys. No, I'm kidding.
did?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
you.
okay.
I know you said Toys R Us. You said
No,
Toys R Us.
but no, that would be a fun figure to give away. I know everybody loves Spider-Man, and that one is pretty good. The
It still
Toys R
holds
one.
up.
Yeah, it does. So I thought that'd be a cool one to give away. It doesn't have the glider, of course. Sorry, guys, if you thought that, but
It's a giveaway.
It's a
Don't
giveaway.
forget.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
giveaway.
A figure as a figure.
So I'll make a
J&D
video on that
Joker.
probably. Yeah, I'll make a video on that probably. And I did get the Kento Studio. I think I put it in up there, but I got the suit and body for the Christian Bale Hot Toys head sculpt Kento Studios. 1/6 kit actually sells it. You can use Collector J to get $10 off it if you want to. That's what I did. But that takes $10 off. It was like $120 something. So I used some points too. It's a pretty good deal. If you want to display that head sculpt, you do kind of have to mod your head sculpt a little bit, and I kind of messed my head sculpt up a little bit. But I'm doing that review. And
Is there a disclaimer anywhere?
Disclaimer right here. But yeah, just the regular stuff. Who's that hot toy, and maybe Sophia's picture on Tuesday that I liked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was cute, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joey, one more thing. 1/6 Mania.
Oh,
1/6 Wrestling
Mania.
on
1/6 Wrestling,
OSW,
December 3rd.
yes, OSW on the
December
3rd. So on
OSW,
Sunday,
baby.
guys, we
7
will
p.m.
see y'all.
Central, right?
I believe so.
I believe so. 7 or 8,
Eastern.
one of the
Either
two.
way,
8
we'll-
Eastern, I think.
We'll see y'all in the freaking ring.
I think it's
either
8.
way.
Yeah,
I think it's 8
we're
and
about
a
to
half.
brawl.
I should have put
Okay.
I'll try to put the link to Nick's channel as well. I'll put OSW in the description so you guys can subscribe and you'll be notified whenever that actually comes out.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Eastern.
EST, so 7 p.m. Central, I believe.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, that's gonna be a fun one. So make sure y'all check that out. We're all in it. It's gonna be. I remember watching the first one. I was laughing my ass off, and the second one. Too.
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Everybody in the chat should check it out. It's like, I know Nick puts in what sounds like a lot of effort into it. Like I can imagine it's a lot.
You
know, you got to
so much fun.
You got to create all the you know, people, like all the character models and stuff. So it's like a lot of effort goes into it. So yeah, come support. They've been really funny and great.
He
shows.
also commentates the entire thing.
Yeah.
So as you're watching
it's like
he's like a ringside announcer.
Yeah, you hear Nick as the announcer, and he does. It feels real, right? Like he's playing a gimmick, and it feels really awesome when you're watching it.
I remember I was in it.
It feels like you're actually watching this wrestling match with these characters of people that you know and talk to or you watch. It's so much fun.
Really good.
And some look more accurate than others, which is really funny whenever it's like a really accurate one. So I think we're all in it, aren't we? Aren't we all in here? Yeah. So it's really funny.
It's so funny because like I remember at one point, my guy and like Will Foxification, you know, they're kind of going at it, and the discrepancy in our height. Me and Rachel were talking about it. I'm like, oh man, that's so real though. Man, nailed me like perfectly, and it hurts a little bit, but
Nick, I'm 6 feet tall, bro. I'm
It's
6'1",
accurate.
bro. So I'm 6'1", Nick. Make me to scale, bro, please. Don't make me small. Don't make me a lightweight.
I'm like 6'8".
Steve's like, please make me taller than Austin. Please.
Oh, here you go, right here. Here you go. Catch.
I didn't even think about that,
OSW.
y'all.
Right
I don't know how tall I'm gonna be on this. I'm not a short king.
I remember when I was in it, I got in the ring for like 10 seconds and I was out. Someone knocked me out. I was like, bro.
That was probably the Rumble.
yeah, I think it was the Rumble. But Yomo is giving the link right there. Make sure y'all click that link and subscribe. Put notification on so you guys can join up on Sunday. That would be so fun.
Went up for the end game.
He says he got you sneaked. So
thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
But anyways, guys, thank y'all so much. Thank you, everybody. It was a good turnout today. Y'all really. It was like steady 30 people in here, so it's really nice to see that.
Good.
Yeah, so thank y'all so much for watching. We are going to be dipping now. Make sure y'all subscribe to everybody. Everything's down in the description. And it's been Collector Joey and friends. I will see y'all later. Peace.